Nothing, dude.
There we go. For some reason, it logged me out.
That threw me off.
All right, and Q recap.
All right. Well, last time we left off with the party, we had Rudy. You used Alex's helmet to help you with your overcrowding problem, and Maxon went and met with an emissary from Sunflower City, and he passed on a note. He didn't know what entailed in the note, but it seemed important. And the Elven pilot, immediately made their way back to Sunflower City, and he is currently on his way back. Stone is preparing to go out and track whatever is following the Hab. And I believe Serena is helping, she's eating with Rudy right now, correct? Is where we last left them, I believe. Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
And then the rest of the party is in Tildis, helping with the pod. That is where we are going to pick back up with things. Move backwards here. Now let's pick up in Tildis. We'll pick up in the main room. Raziel, do you want this to be a time when you had come in to check on things?
Yeah, I probably would have taken a break every now and then and come to check on.
I remember you saying it was like you were coming in routines, so I just wanted to ask if you wanted this to be one of the times. So,
sure.
Yeah. I will say, I do remember that the magician almost had a very catastrophic failure with this, but we were able to avert that with the curator's help. So,
little catastrophe going on. Just just a little bit of major catastrophe.
I would say that with Normality inside, you would probably need another day, maybe a day and a half to finish. At least before you allow time until this to pass normally. Just based on your observations as well as the curators. If anybody would like to give me a roll for the pot itself outside of the magician's hand and things.
Roll for the pod.
Does anybody want to do it, or I'll do it?
Kind of roll.
Just a tinker tool roll.
So I'd think Mercenary Crane would be.
I was about to say, if it's a tinker check, I can do that. I have advantage on tinker if I'm not mistaken.
I'd feel like Mercenary Crane would also be proficient in tinkering and shit, being a mechanic.
It's whichever.
You could give, say, one of. If it's just, is it with just proficiency bonus, or is it with something else?
No, yeah, it's just
Dex plus proficiency if you're proficient with Tinker's tools.
Yep.
What's your dex?
My dex is 16.
Okay, so you have a higher dex. I'll give you a help action. Is that possible?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. As the curator and the magician are maintaining the temporal side of things, you guys could definitely take a moment and just kind of give the pot a look over.
Yeah, you get a help action.
Alright, let's see how it goes.
And I will say, after this moment until this, I'm going to jump to Serena and Rudy. Or no, I'm going to jump to Stone, then Maxon, and then Serena and Rudy. So keep that in mind, everybody.
19.
It is the start of a new day. A 19?
Yep.
Okay. Help makes it an advantage, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was
an
the highest
advantage.
one? Okay, cool.
That was an
So, yeah.
advantage.
You see no issues with the pod, and anything that you do notice that might be a little off, you're able to catch it before it affects anything, and able to keep everything pretty stable.
Looks like it's all running smoothly.
Given nothing catastrophic on the magician or the curator's end, it should run pretty stable till the end of at least until time has to progress normally.
Yeah.
And I did want to ask, what is the plan when will people be able to leave on Tildus when it's passing a month, or will they be stuck on Tildus till it catches up?
He will certainly tell them that whenever he is done growing.
Because that was a question I forgot to ask, so I figured I'd ask it now.
Yeah, I have, once we get that far, he's going to disclose exactly what's about to happen for everyone inside. But something along those lines, yes.
Okay.
But
Yeah, is there any...
leaving will not be
Possible.
as the door would be moving at the rate that
Different temporals.
it would be. The door would open at in time dilation and not in the time inside Tilda's. So even if someone tried to open the door, you're not going to be able to really do anything about it.
Huh.
Going to be it would be a useless effort.
We is locked inside.
And yeah, what is there anything else that anybody in Tildus would like to do before I transition over to Stone, and then to Maxon, and then back to Soren and Rudy, and everybody on the Hab?
I probably do back in to continue what I was doing since everything had been checked up on.
Okay.
Crane will just observe the pod, sit back in his chair.
All right, then I am going to jump over to Stone. I'm going to place him up in the... Well, he wouldn't be in the armory anymore. Since it's the morning, we'll say that you're getting something to eat, along with Rudy and Serena, who are also in the mess hall as you come down to get something to eat before you go out as the Hab finishes its movement for the morning. Did I? Yeah, I did have you guys move because you're next to the town.
As Stone enters, he gets a rather curious idea, and decides to speak to the chef robot. And he politely asks for something that particularly, preferably meat, smells unusually strong in a delicious way.
After a moment, the bot kind of steps back into one of the... It seems to be a freezer area of some sort. And it comes back with looks like a hunk of some kind of leg meat from some animal. And it begins to cut off some small pieces and put them into what looks like a very old burlap bag. And it seems to have a very, very pungent odor as it cuts it off. Not in a bad way, but just in a very... It definitely smells of like a...
Game, I guess?
Yeah, a very gamey, like... Yeah, it just has, a very gamey, pungent scent, even though it's still raw. It begins to kind of cut some up and put it in a... I will say, Rudy and Serena, you two are both able to smell it as the robot begins to just kind of chop it up and put it in this bag.
look on your face was just funny to me from that.
No, yeah, I will say it's not high enough to make anybody make a con save, but it's definitely like the second the robot brought it out, everybody that was in the mess hall was definitely like, oh, that's...
Oh. Remind me to make jerky out of this later.
That was a choice.
That.
Well, this should serve perfectly well to lure our friend following the hab.
And following the hab? Are you inviting unwanted guests?
I'm actually tranquilizing them. It's gonna be quite fun.
That
Interesting.
doesn't sound like a friend. Medical opinion, that doesn't sound like a friend.
Is this a sort of like a joke that you do at like a university? Like a prank?
Even I think I'm gonna say no to that one.
No, I'm going to study them heavily.
Well, you never
Even if
tranquilized your friends
dissection
out of a
is
joke
not-
to see how many days they sleep?
No, Ren. No, I haven't. Subdue your
Okay.
friends.
She just kind of looks at you with a big smile. She says, "Okay."
Okay.
Fuck.
You have some stories to tell me later, but for now, I'm gonna go set this up. And maybe get the tranquilizers from the doctor.
Please. Get
Yes,
the-
please take the smelly that out.
Good luck on your prospects, but don't fucking bring that meat back in here.
Yes, you hold your food down. No throwing up, not allowed. That's
I'm
more
trying.
that's more calories wasted, and you'll need to keep them all inside of you. Because
The
if
more
you
I
throw up-
breathe, the harder that request becomes.
right.
He opens the bag, and he uses his claw to tear off a tiny piece of the meat, and he just licks it. I go at them.
I think
I'd fucking
I'm
throw
going
a
to
knife
go-
at it in midair and make it stick to the wall.
I think I would like to go drink some fuel out of the machines. I think that would cleanse the smell.
You know, this would be very handy for some sort of like a smell bomb, maybe to tag something. Follow it off of scent.
At least gas weapons like kill people.
No, this would be more of a tracking device, not as much as a. No, actually, I suppose it would drive them insane, wouldn't it?
I think it's tricky. Yeah. No, I agree.
That is just psychological warfare.
I like that idea. I like that a
I'm
lot.
glad
And he
bioterrorism
just like
is
turns around
unreal.
and walks away right after that.
See, he's getting ideas. I never really got into psychological warfare. If you can't tell, because I kind of, and she just like draws her pistol and she says, I kind of have my solution to, problems. So I don't really. She just.
Oh, the
Everyone-
psychological
everyone-
warfare
this
is
this is the fucking key to my problems.
the psychological warfare
functions off a
isn't.
bartering system as long as you have a gun.
The psychological warfare isn't saying you trank your friends and then smile at me. That isn't psychological warfare.
She kind of thinks for a second. She goes, I've just thought of a wonderful name for my pistol. I never named it because I was brainwashed. She draws it out again. She goes, the problem solver. Yeah, I like that.
I will say we will as Stone goes to the infirmary to find Dr. Eve. We will stay here for a moment with you, Serena and Rudy.
So, do you need more rest? How do you feel?
Like I had to beat the shit out of myself to fix my own issues, but better. I can definitely say that. Tired.
Like you punched your entire body for like a whole night?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just everywhere, all of your fingers, like someone was punching your fingers.
A very small person was punching each one of my fingers. with intense accuracy. So I think just eating some food and getting some rest will solve at least one issue.
You could use a nap.
I could very well use a nap. I'd have half a mind to sleep here, but somebody walked in and fucking started swirling a carcass around.
There are
So now I have to move.
more comfortable places.
I'll probably go back to my room.
That's
Unless
one of them.
something happens in between now and where's the other spot?
Sounds like a good idea.
Can I roll insight on Serena?
Huh?
And I roll insight on Serena just to figure out what she meant by that's one spot. What's the other spot?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, roll insight. I'm kind of curious too.
I'm too stupid to figure this out for reals, so I need to use dice rolls.
I
19.
don't even know what I'm rolling. I guess a persuasion. I don't even know. So she just means that like you could sleep in your room or in one of the other rooms, or you could sleep on the floor or in the cafeteria. She's just being very literal in that like that is one of the places that you could in fact sleep.
that is a. It's just,
I really do like
her
that.
just being like genuinely like just humorous, and then like yeah, you could sleep. You can sleep there. Yes.
I like the idea that she said that. Then Rudy was like, "What the fuck do you mean by that?" And she was like, "You can sleep here. Like you could lay down and sleep here."
Yeah, he's literally like right after the whole Trank thing, looks up eyebrow and she's like, "That's a hell of a joke."
Well, there are lots of places to sleep. You could sleep inside the cannons. You could sleep inside the truck. You could sleep on the ground outside. There are lots of places to sleep, and your room is one of the places that you could sleep, and it's the best one, I think, because rest is good, and hard floor does not make for a good place to sleep.
Glad you could clear that up for me.
I'm glad that my comment is good enough for you to understand my a silly joke. Shoo, go to sleep. Go rest. Get away from me. I have things to do.
Fucking
Really eats his
slings the
food.
just like quickly, and then fucking slings the tray at the robot. All right, I'm going. And then slowly like walks because he's still so fucking exhausted.
Right.
See if I can.
Yeah, I will say, if you are just gonna go and lay down, Rudy, as you go to your room and lay down, you find sleep very quickly, very peacefully.
10
Do you
minutes
remember? I'm sure you remember the walk up, but do you remember walking into your room, and do you remember laying down? It's one of those
where
like
does
I slept for a long time, but I don't remember falling asleep.
I looked at the door, and then I woke up.
Yeah. Where does Serena go after Rudy leaves to go sleep?
Straight
Does
back to
she-
that mining laser. We are healthy use of our time to not think about stuff. Good
I will say
coping
that,
mechanisms. Totally healthy.
Were you working on it in the armory, or were you working on it somewhere else?
Probably in the close to the hallway in the hangar, so that I have like room to mess with it.
Oh, good. He's already here. You would see Hammer already working on it as well as you walked up.
Just walks in. Morning, Hammer. All is well. Time to think.
Yes. Yeah, he puts down some tools. Just doing some work on it after doing my morning inspections.
Well, once the quite literal time passers rejoin us, call Crane down here and Raziel as well, and we'll be able to finish this quickly. I feel like this will be quite handy. Whatever we stick it on.
I do have news from Bunker A and B as well.
And
I will
what is
wait
that?
till.
Okay. Save it for the time to tell
Roll for
everyone. so
actually, you know what? Roll for persuasion.
I shall do so.
Sharing my screen.
9.
And yeah, he just says, I will wait till everyone is here. I don't want. He kind of pauses for a moment. It's not all good news, so.
Well, of
for
course
everyone
not.
to hear it all at once.
Wartime news is never all good. Mostly bad news most of the time.
Though I do hope that my message that I had Max and Carrie gets through to the elves in Sunflower City.
It must have been pretty important if you sent Maxon out on a mission to deliver a message by hand alone.
It was the fastest way I knew to get there in time, and with him being a pilot and knowing the pilots there, I wanted to get.
Oh, you know these pilots? I wasn't aware you knew anyone from Sunflower City. Tell me of these pilots. The player is fishing, not Serena. No metagaming.
Hammer just
That's
kind
funny,
of he looks. I guess that's true. He was speaking to just Maxon when he said he had contacts in Sunflower City, so Serena wouldn't really know that.
Yep, hadn't talked about it.
Yeah.
Only that he knew where it was.
He looks over to her. Well, I did live there for a time. Looking to get back there, actually.
Living around elves, huh? It's a bit strange depending on your strain of elves that you run into. And the elves here are lots of plants type of elves, yes?
Yes. I went there to study their solar capturing technology and power storage.
Very
I've been
useful
staying
stuff.
For a long time.
Those are some of the fastest drives that they install in ships where I'm from. Very, very fast.
Indeed.
Cuts your warp time in half.
You see his eyebrows kind of go up a little bit, kind of not fully understanding what you mean, but kind of getting the gist.
If she catches this, she's kind of like, essentially, some of the ships, there's two different sort of things going on. There's new stuff, which is a self-contained solar drive, which is like, I had to explain the first one to explain the second one. The first one was just a regular warp drive, but it was like the ship, kind of like, it looks like an old sailing ship. Big sails, but it's in space. And when it opens the sails, it catches the solar winds, and the solar winds carry it at an incredible pace. So they're already really fast. Then you install a warp drive. Well, they discovered that, well, it can charge that and make it even faster. When you isolate a nice pocket of solar energy within the pocket that you're warping, it kind of goes really fast, so that worked out. And then somebody worked out that you could make a contained solar drive and had the bright idea to do that, so that when they go to warp, it releases that solar energy and then you just... So those go even faster. But they're extraordinarily rare.
Interesting. I will say, if you would like to roll perception to try and get a read on perception or insight, your choice, to get a read on Hammer's emotions as he's talking about Sunflower City.
She is not very insightful. So that is a 19 for insight.
Then yeah,
I got a good round here. Risked it for the biscuit.
You can definitely gather from how he is talking about Sunflower City. He definitely wants to get back there and probably has for a while. You assume that his military services kept him away from there. And you also assume that's why he took this job specifically.
So tell me, some of the things that you did. You're fighting the orcs, yes?
For the majority of the time, yes.
What did you do? What was most of your time spent on?
Mainly drove tanks, other armored vehicles, maintained them. Commanded one by the end before the treaties were struck.
Those things they wrote the treaties?
When they weighed in their favor, yes.
That sounds right. I did not deal with particularly interesting political situations. I mostly went to planets where a city or a area had kind of fallen under, and then I would organize the groups, whichever group was more favorable to our cause, and have them turn on all of the others, and then go from there. That is the Razdalinja. That is what we do. Organize the populace in a area that has descended into utter chaos and fight back against whatever opposition there may be. I've fought in a lot of battles, but not the kind like a lot of soldiers have. It's usually more guns than anything, rocket launchers. Not really very many tanks going on, sometimes fighters.
First 5 years of my service, never even saw the front line. Piloted a global artillery platform. Fired him almost straight up.
I have been put on sort of like a retainer for being on a ship in orbit over an active war zone to possibly come in as reinforcements and go in behind the lines, but that never happened. Mostly just people. I've seen a lot of people in a lot of shitty situations, which is why sometimes I can be a little bit just kind of, oh well, about our problems. I've seen a lot of very not good stuff. Stuff that would make your stomach turn. Some stuff that would make your spirits rise. It's just situation to situation.
He kind of nods.
Tell me about these pilots.
He kind of leans on the mining laser, kind of looking up.
I haven't seen very many flying craft on this planet, except for, one.
They grow them like fruits. Yeah, like fruits.
Like
A
in an
giant
orchard?
tree.
Interesting.
The giant tree in the middle of the city. That's where they grow from. They
Wolves do love that,
sometimes
don't they?
just
Just like one big tree. Like just one. And that's like the secret tree. It's kind of a thing they
kind
do,
of,
isn't it?
he nods as I'll say, looking out a window kind of over here, kind of walk over and kind of motion out, and looking out into the elven plains that you are coming out into, especially since you're so close to the rendezvous point. You would actually be able to see the giant knocked over petrified tree in the distance that Maxon met the contact on, and Hammer just kind of motions out to it. Used to be a lot more bombs, pick a majority of them down, but they had that last one, Sunflower City. Kind of makes his way back over to you. They're only good for normally one round trip, but man, when they're in the air, he kind of like, he just moves his hand just kind of through the air in a very smooth, kind of graceful pattern. Quite like them.
I should like to fly one, I think, maybe.
Fate willing, we get there.
I don't
I have
think...
someone who might be able to help you, though.
I don't think fate calculated us being around. Fate doesn't really ever dial in on one small group of people in a metal machine rolling across miles and miles of land. Fate considers geopolitical large groups, the dwarves. It's we are more like a wild card, I think, in the game of fate.
I think I definitely have to agree with you there. He kind of makes his way back over to the mining laser. What are you thinking of putting this thing once we get it stripped down, powered up a bit?
I have no idea. I don't have, I just wanted to work on it, it's a project. That would be your opportunity for an inside check.
He
in the
just
same zone
rolled
as...
he rolled a 19.
Do I even bother? Another
No,
10.
I was about to say.
I've rolled 3 10s in a row. Well, not in a row. I rolled an 18. But anyways, she just kind of is the same thing as with Rudy and Dr. Green. She's just trying not to think about other stuff. Trying not to. She's goal orientationing her way out of worrying.
Hammer kind of notices this, and he walks over and picks up one of the tools that are sitting in front of the mining laser, and offers it to Serena. Let's talk. We both have things on our mind. Might as well.
Right. She starts working. It's So you're looking at someone who is deeply emotionally stunted because of like 20-ish years of not sharing emotions because it didn't matter to anybody else. So they didn't care to make her able to. She's like, I don't, I feel like, I did in my adolescence. Getting older, growing up, having feelings about people and things, and then not knowing how to do stuff. Like, how do you talk to somebody? How do you... Not even really on a deep level, just like, how do you be friends with people? And then how do you be more? I've had 20 years of having no real control over my own actions, and therefore have had no relationships with anyone. No contact with my brother, no contact with my mother, and my hormone. I just kind of exist as this, like, balled up ball of emotions, so dense that it, not to make it a joke, it's kind of become a sort of emotional black hole, and I don't know if I can break it open.
Hammer hasn't, he's just been working, not like really focusing on you, just kind of doing his own thing, working, but still listening. And as he continues to work, he just kind of looks over the machine over at you for a moment. I understand that. A lot of things that I've handled that I haven't really talked to with other people that kind of formed a void. He says as he moves back behind the machine. But it is still good to try. He says as he begins to kind of strain and move something as he pulls a piece of metal off the side. What's got you nervous? Is it what they're doing? Is it who's doing it? Is it what they're doing? He says as he begins to kind of move some wires, unplug some things, and
I'll say when he glances over, he sees the glance of somebody who does, again, as she described, like, she has the feeling, but she doesn't know how to break it down into what it is. So he would probably, with the insight, would, like, obviously there's worry there, ask that question, and then, like, waiting for the more specifics of it. What's got you worried? She doesn't really know what to say. And then I think you probably kind of piece it together, considering the language the magician used. Very, like, half-cocked knowledge, while also being his, like, goofy, like, oh, I'm sure we'll be fine. We won't turn into atoms. What? Worried? Me?
it is scary when people go off with half-cocked ideas, especially the more untrustworthy ones. But he's been doing crazy shit like this for how long? And how many times, supposedly?
Allegedly since the war.
Well,
I guess
He
it's
kinda
like
just-
in the experiment. It could be the last one at any time. And this is one of those that is like, it could be the last.
He, after messing with a few more of the wires, he places the metal plate back over and then stands back up and looks over to Serena again. I wouldn't be too worried. People that seem to experiment with the laws of science on this planet seem to have sometimes catastrophic luck in manipulating things. So
It's
I think
fine.
he has it somewhat handled.
It's fine.
Besides-
It's fine. I'll just worry a smidge and then yell at him a lot when he comes back. I think that's a solution.
Not a bad idea. And he just kind of goes back to kind of just working on the machine.
She will do the same. Lock in for a little while.
Okay. Then, before we come back to Stone and Doc Green, I'm going to have a little thing with Maxon as you are flying up. We'll say that the town is in sight, and you also see the hab just outside of town. As you, say you're about halfway there. Are you immediately going back to the hab, or do you, are you gonna make a stop somewhere?
Where else can I go?
You could go to the town, because the hab is gonna be pretty close to the town. You could stop, you can make a perception check and see if there's anything outside of the town or the hab that you can see in the general area. That's why I wanted to ask before I jump back to Stone, because if you were just going to come back to the hab, as I was going to have as Stone was leaving after talking to Doc Green was when you were going to get back to the hab. But if you were going somewhere else, I was going to plan that out here.
See.
Because you can go wherever.
I'll make a perception roll.
Go for it.
18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay. You know what? Would you like to roll a D100 for me?
Oh boy.
Because with a high perception, you're basically going to be able to see whatever. So I will have you roll an encounter.
99!
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Very interesting.
What do now?
All right.
Oh boy!
This is the first time we've ever rolled like the closest to
Shit.
100.
Okay. So that
We have that documented, guys.
So you would see behind you a giant, I'm gonna leave this as a big puck, brigade of what look like planes, fighter jets, bombers coming from Sunflower City and flying in this direction. And you would also see, use that because we're already using that for the hab. I will use this. A very, very large army here. And then I'm gonna place these, but you can't really see these. The main one you can see is this here, this one.
Whoa.
Yeah, you, and I don't have pucks down. Let me put some more pucks down, because can't see them, but there are also dwarven armies fighting over here next to dwarven kingdoms, as well as single. You know what? Fuck it. I'll also place the works while I'm here. Honestly, yeah. Along with you being able to see this, where you are in the sky right now, you are able to pick up just a random radio signal of just some correspondence between like the bunkers, just kind of telling you where everything is. Just kind of getting a general layout. But yeah, there seems to be quite a bit of activity out and about. Okay. But yeah. That is the encounter. But as in the immediate area, I will say that you notice that the hab has stopped, and it seems to be pretty quiet this morning on your way back. There doesn't seem to be anything crazy going on, other than you can see what's left of the orcish battleships here in the harbor, kind of repairing their ships. You can see what look like some boats, maybe even some submersibles from Bunker B, kind of making their way to guard Bunker B from the land bridge. And then, like I said, what seemed to be some elven fighters in the air over here behind you, just barely in the sky. Big enough to notice that they are planes, but you can tell that it is definitely pretty far away. You could also use the radio to try and talk and speak to either. You still have the call sign for the Elven pilot. You could send a message to Hammer, or you are close enough. You could probably get your radio to work if you wanted to just kind of radio generally to the hab.
I'm gonna go ahead and just radio it into the hab. So I'm just gonna pick up the comm, and it's gonna go through, and Max is just gonna let everybody know. You guys aren't gonna believe this. And I kind of just explained the whole thing to him.
After you finish explaining, Hammer, after a moment, Hammer comes on over the intercom. Yeah, that was part of the news I had heard. There seem to be many offensives forming against the orcs and the dwarves. We are on very high alert, and as much as I hate to say it, I believe our hab may be a contested point due to the cargo we have on board, which I will share when everyone is here and ready. Are you returning here to the hab, Maxon?
Yeah, I'm gonna head back.
Alright. Hammer just kind of, you hear the radio cut for a second, and then he cuts back. I believe Stone's taking an expedition out. Apparently there's some local wildlife following the hab. Once that's dealt with, I believe we are going to try and move again.
I'm on my way back.
And yeah, we will say, if you want to bring yourself back over to the hab, and we will, then we will say, as you come in to land, you would see Hammer and Serena in the hangar. Sorry, couldn't think of the word. And we are going to have that quick jump over to Stone coming into the med lab. And as you walk in, you would see Doc Green has a small little syringe holder of, I will say, 4 tranquilizer darts.
And you are sure these are strong?
Indeed.
Have you tested them?
There is no need. I've used them to tranquilize things much bigger than anything you could be hunting today.
That's too bad. Serena gave me an idea earlier. Anyways,
Unless you intend on hunting behemoths, you should be able to tranquilize anything with those.
this should work perfectly fine. Thank you. I do have an idea, but let me think. I have my trap. Well, technically speaking, I don't have a trap. I have a lure, and now I have the tranquilizers. So now the only thing I'm missing is a trap. But the question is whether or not I need one.
What kind of trap are you intending on using?
Nothing lethal, just something to keep it in place once it's been tranquilized.
I do not know how much hunting equipment is on here, but
Honestly, even a simple chain with cuffs would do perfectly fine. Just something to hold it down after it, in case it wakes.
sure there are some restraints in the armor you could grab before your expedition.
Do you have any suggestions for this little endeavor?
He just kind of looks up. Well, don't miss. Be careful. When hunting predators, remember that they're a lot smarter than we often give them credit for.
Yeah, I was thinking that part over. If whatever this thing is anything like me, it may be a little bit more difficult to catch.
Well, do be careful. I believe we will be moving around noon today. Should give you a few hours to track and maybe hunt this creature. Bring it back.
Good. Well, I better get to work. Thanks for your
Indeed.
assistance.
Of course. And then we will just kind of flash through you going up and getting the restraints from the armory, and we'll place you down in the hangar as say Max and you've gotten out of your ship and have unloaded the goods that you bought from town. And so you could just be kind of like speaking to Hammer and Serena as Stone begins to walk through. If there isn't anything in particular, I didn't know if Maxon, if you had anything specific you needed to like debrief with Hammer,
I told Hammer over the radio.
Okay, yeah, like that you delivered the message and everything like that. And yeah, I guess Stone is leaving. Give me 1 second to get the map for you, Stone, and then I guess everybody else. We'll make a jump over to Tillis once I get the map ready. There we go. All right. That is placed, and we will move over to Tillis. Magician, will you give me another concentration check?
Indeed. I'll concentrate on this check and then freak it.
I heard the gears grinding on that one.
They were
really
grinding
funny.
before I started, man. That was like.
She checked my concentration, then I freaked it. Come on, man. It's not rocket science.
So
it's freaking it.
Warcaster,
It's
so
freaking
advantage. That is an 18 and another 18. Interesting.
Oh.
What a weird number. So that is.
You succeeded.
Oh, I'm on the wrong character. I was like, this doesn't look right. The total would be 17.
I will say that probably by the end of the day, this clone will be finished, and the final parts of your experiment will be ready to begin. And time is running fine on the curator's end. He seems to be keeping everything stable. Okay. So we will.
I thought the curator was in Tildus.
Yeah, that's what I'm
We're
talking
talking about
about.
Tildus.
Oh,
Yeah.
I missed
Yeah.
that. Lizzie asked me a question.
Oh no, it's all good.
Just have two minds. Just to have two brains. Just complex
dual
multitask. Just open another. Just open another tab.
Just open another tab.
There's only 13 of them. You could open another one. It'll be fine. Your RAM can handle it.
Okay. Well, we move Stone over to the hunting grounds area. We'll have a little moment with him kind of setting up. You'll say after a moment, you kind of walk in the opposite direction of. I'll show it on the map. I'll say that you go from here and you walk to about somewhere around here. You find a little waterside clearing. Water here. You do see some pack animals moving through here. Seem like some normal, just large, wild ungulate of some kind. Shrubbery. This little stream that seems to be running out to the ocean. If you would like to place yourself where you would like to set up and kind of watch for any activity, Stone, you can do so. And also, if you would like to place bait somewhere, just place a generic token somewhere here on the
Yeah,
map.
he'll probably place the bait somewhere outside and then
Okay. Then yeah,
hide
just go ahead.
around an area maybe.
Okay. Yeah, just go ahead and place a token over here on the.
Let me see. Haven't done that in a minute. Yeah. Deal with that part. Oh, not logged into Albert. That's weird.
Here, I can place a token down for you once you get back in.
Yeah.
Be this elk.
It's expired or is it valid? That's weird. Okay, well, okay, that works. So I say if this is a tree over here, I feel like he would be waiting in the tree, maybe, and have like a base somewhere around there.
Okay. Give me a perception check as well as a survival check.
Ooh, I like these. Wait, how did I not have stone sheet? I know I was forgetting something. Maybe freaking there's stone sheet. Okay. So, all right, here we are. So, what were the checks again? Sorry.
A perception and a survival.
All right, let me see. Perception is wisdom. Oh, and I have proficiency. Okay. That would be a 12, but I am tempted to use my inspiration to re-roll that.
If you would like to use it, go for it. But I will say a 12 does fail. The perception check.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use my inspiration to re-roll that. Oh my god, I got an 8 again!
Shit.
Holy crap,
What
I got
is
an 8
happening tonight? I rolled 3 10s, I've rolled 3 18s, he's rolled 2 8s in a row. There's a pattern forming here and I don't like it.
Yeah, that's 12. Dang, there goes my inspiration, holy crap.
Well, I will say, Stone, you, if you will go ahead and roll your survival.
Ah, right. And
well, I will say,
is...
you can, if you don't want to roll survival, you can also roll stealth. It's which way do you feel best would you be able to camouflage yourself through like your survival skills?
Survival here for this one.
I just wanted to give you options.
Yeah. It's mostly just because I have proficiency in survival. Oh my god, that's a 1!
Oh. So, you
As I
try
said,
to...
5. That would be a 5 technically, even though it's a nat 1. But still.
I was
It's not like it makes
So-
a difference.
Shit. Well,
I
Stone,
imagine he
you
just tries to
try...
climb the tree and it breaks under his weight or some crap.
First, you try to climb the tree, and once you figure out that the tree can't support your weight, you fall out of it. You think, well, maybe if I cover myself in mud, I'll be able to like hide on the riverbed and watch the bait where I set it. And it's about that time you start putting the mud all over your body. It starts getting in your eyes, and you're not able to see very well. So you're hiding over here, but not very well, and you don't really have a good grasp of what's really going on in the immediate area. Trying to, you're kind of too focused on trying to, like, you're over focusing on trying to stay hidden. You're kind of being a little loud, not really focusing on one particular spot. But I will have you.
This is the first time this die has failed me. Holy crap! This is my favorite die. No.
But we will come back to Stone here in a moment, and I will have you make some more rolls.
Next time on Stone Ball Z.
Yeah, for the moment, it seems to just be you and maybe a few wasteland birds, as this herd's what little herd seems to have been moving through seems to have passed.
Hmm.
Okay. And do we have anything in particular that the gang wants to do, or are we just gonna pass some time?
Mining laser until bedtime.
Sweet.
Okay. And then anybody in Tilda's doing anything in particular, or are we just passing time?
I am quite literally doing that, yes.
Yeah,
You don't count.
you don't
Working.
Quite literally, the thing you said, that is what
No,
I'm
I
doing.
know. I realized as I said it, I was like, well, I mean, he is, yeah.
You set me off, you set me up, and I just, hole in one. Easy.
Yeah.
Get a load of this
Should you go
guy.
next?
Get a load of this guy passing time.
Try
literally.
again.
Okay, then we will, as we move through the day, Stone, give me another perception, and instead of survival, give me an action. You have to give me a stealth roll now. With the one you rolled with survival, if you try to hide again, you will not be able to use any, like, woodland things around. You will have to hide strictly by stealth.
So, a stealth roll? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Oh, man. I'm using the
Unfortunately,
same
rolling
die.
a nat 1.
Holy crap, that nat 1 hurt my parts. That is a... Let's see here. 15.
15 for your stealth?
Yes.
Okay. You are able to hide decently.
Holy crap.
Like,
That's better
You
than
are
I thought
at-
that was.
you are pretty much concealed. I will say that much.
Okay.
Now give
The
me
question
if you
is
could give
whether or
me,
not I can see.
give me a perception roll.
Ooh, alrighty then. Let's do it. Alright. And the die cocked. Alright. That time I dropped it all together. Should I just use what it landed on? It fell off the table.
Just roll it
Okay.
again. One more
Alright.
time.
Alright, here we go. Okay, that's also 15.
Okay. As you sit there for a majority of the day, just kind of watching various animals go by, hearing what sound to be explosions, things of that nature, around, off in the distance. It seems, for the most part, peaceful. This little stream. And after a moment, you see, off in the distance, well, not small, say about a medium-sized hound, kind of begin to make its way up and kind of walk around the side of the shore.
Okay, what's my dexterity modifier? Because then I'll know. Yeah, that's a bad idea, alright. I don't know. There might be a way to draw it closer, but I don't know if I should.
I will say it has stopped here and is kind of sniffing. Seems to have made its way over to the footprints of the herd that made its way through as you arrived, and seems to be sniffing the tracks there, kind of sniffing around. And then after a moment, it seems to have begun sniffing and kind of facing where you have laid down some of the bait.
I decide to be patient. I'll wait for the opportunity.
I'll say after a moment, it does begin to kind of slowly walk this way. Kind of stops at the water, gets a drink, kind of looks around, kind of saunters over and around. Then it begins to sniff here as it stands in the water next to the food that you've laid out. It begins to kind of sniff it, put its nose up to the bag. Then it just kind of stops and makes eye contact with you, Stone.
Ah, crap.
You notice the hair on its back and some of the spines along its back kind of begin to stand up very slowly. So it kind of takes it doesn't bark or anything just yet, but it does kind of take up a bit more of a defensive posture.
Oh boy. Okay. How to go about this? Let me. I have. Can I roll animal handling?
Sure. What are you intending to do with the roll
I'm gonna try to
specifically?
move a little closer. I'm gonna try to slowly move towards it, I would say.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll animal handling if you would like.
Let's see. Oh my god! That's 2 nat ones in one freaking night. I'm so pissed.
It's time to hide that die.
I'm
Hide
so
it.
pissed. Okay,
Goes in
that's
the dunce chair.
Okay, what's my proficiency on animal handling? Okay, so that's 5.
Unfortunately, that's over there.
Okay,
I
that's
will-
5. Yeah.
No, yeah, I'm gonna say you take one step, and it growls, barks, and I'm away from my computer, but it begins to run away.
Oh crap! All right, I'm gonna shoot. I'm going to fire.
Okay. Then give-
Dexterity it is. Let's see.
Yep. Give me a ranged attack roll.
Come on.
There's been a murder!
I will say I'm going to put it here
Okay.
because it took essentially you took a step towards it, and it took the dash action, and it was like hauling ass away from you, howling and barking.
That is a 15. That's my third 15.
15.
I'm telling you,
Let me
man,
check.
it is a weird night.
Let me check something.
I'm not
real quick.
landing natural 15s either. It's just that I'm coincidentally landing on numbers that amount to 15 with my stats.
Our joke's on us. All of our dice are weighted to be binumerical between a very high value and a very low value.
Okay. And it's a heavy die. This is like a copper metal die.
Yeah, see,
So-
I have a trust issue with my copper-looking die. It is finicky.
Those metal dice you got me, Jackson, they either roll really good or really bad. I don't
Serena's-
like.
Man.
The Serenus is it's temperamental, man. This die is it's something, man. Some days it just fucking hates me, and you guys have witnessed it.
Yeah, we have. So,
Oh,
can I chime in for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, so, Sarp, I don't want to take the attention away from your character, so that's why I'm asking, do you want to do it on your own, or do you want help?
I'm fine.
Is anybody around him to help though?
I'm only asking because my my survival is +10.
Rudy has high survival. His
I
plus
will.
9.
I will say that you do miss stone, and the spinal hound does get away. I will give you one more chance to fire at it, but since it is a single fire weapon, you will be firing at disadvantage. But if you want to try and fire again, go for it.
Boy, all right.
That would leave you with 2 syringes before you would have to go ask Doc Green to make you.
All right, then I shall roll again. Oh, what do we have here? That is dexterity is +2. 19.
Roll it again and take the lower roll because you have to roll at disadvantage.
Nat 20. 19 it is.
Okay.
The one time it gives me a nat 20.
You do hit it. it makes it to just about the very edge of the map before it kind of stops and lightly kind of falls over.
All right. Stone is going to stand up, reload the gun, and wade through the muddy waters to get towards this creature.
As you get about there, give me a perception roll.
Perception roll, all right. A lot of perception these days.
That tends to happen when you're out on your own in the wasteland.
Oh yeah.
Gotta keep an eye out.
Okay. 18.
18?
Yep.
You hear something very big coming from a direction very fast.
Crap, please don't tell me I just tranquilized a kid.
There's a random fucking kid out there. I think we have a bigger problem.
Well, here comes the mama. He stands and prepares himself, his gun ready. He's nice tranquilizer prepared.
Hey. Find one thing. You see as a large praying mantis scuttles forward. Find it.
Oh hell no, that's not your food. Be gone. It's my food.
I will use this. I will say it's right there. It's about 9 feet tall. You see it begins to posture and click its mandibles together at you, Stone.
Stone quickly remembers what she said about fighting behemoths with a tranquilizer. And he proceeds to fire at it anyway.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
Attack roll. That's dexterity, huh? 'Cause I'm firing with the gun.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Give me 1 second. Need to check something. Oops. Do that.
That is a dirty 20.
Good. Dirty 20. It hits, but the tranquilizer plinks off of its chitinous shell.
Oh crap!
Right, and, I'm
takes.
starting to see the loop too. It's just the same number twice.
It just keeps
Makes its
happening.
way towards you, Stone.
Okay. Alright, now Stone is upset. Alright, let me pull up my actual class sheet. Haven't had to pull this one up in a while. I fire my sonic beam, which in his case for flavor is just his fire breath.
All right.
Which I believe, if
It
I
rolls.
hit a target, it makes a dexterity throw. DC.
It has to make a dexterity save when you
Yes.
activate it. So give me 1 second.
Plus your constitution modifier, plus your proficiency bonus.
It rolled on that 20.
Okay,
So
let me see. If I hit the target, let's make it dexterity. 8 plus my con modifier, plus proficiency, so my con mod 8. 15. I don't know, what's my proficiency bonus? Yeah, nah, he gets away with that. I am on, I believe, 6, 8, 13. Hold on. I believe, yeah, that's like 16. 14. Yeah, no, it's like 14 for my modifier, so everything together. So he definitely does not get hit with that.
Okay.
On a failed save and half as much damage on a successful one. Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and roll it.
2d fire damage on a failed. Okay, yeah, so he takes 1d6 of damage. I shall roll that.
Well, half as much refers to rolling the full damage and then cutting it in half. So you roll,
Yeah,
you roll all the dice
normally
and
he would
then
take
cut it down.
2d6, so...
Well, you'll still
yeah.
roll 2d6, but then cut the
Oh,
damage
but I'll
that you
just
roll in
do
half.
half that. Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a nat one, alright. That's 4. He takes 2 damage.
Okay. And as he takes 2 damage, he is going to move toward you again, and he's going to make some claw attacks.
Ooh. Claws. Now, let me look at my stuff here. Do I need to make any throws here?
No, it's all I need to know is does a 24 hit?
Oh, my AC... at 24... It does hit.
Alright.
Barely, too. Crazy.
Then you, my friend, are grappled.
Oh!
And
I
you
like that.
also take a d12 of damage.
A D12, okay. Give me
There's
the
one.
damage.
Shit. That is 18 damage.
18, okay. That's actually less than I thought it would be. So he's got like...
He does have another attack that he does.
Oh, alright.
And it is an advantage because he does have you grappled in one of his arms now. His second attack misses, but you are grappled, so you can't do anything except try to contest his grapple.
Okay then.
I will say though,
shall struggle.
you can also, since it doesn't really take like a hand or anything, you could also send out a radio message, but it's whatever you want to do.
He'll probably deal with it perfectly fine. Okay. Let's see. He's probably not gonna radio. So my HP currently is what? Let me look at this real quick. Maths. Head hurt. Okay. Okay, that would be 14. 7. That, and boom. Alright. So, I guess I do indeed struggle to get out of his grip. I shall fight this creature.
Give me an athletics check. You have to beat a 21.
Holy moly! Alright, what's my athletics? Acro... Oh, whoa! Okay, wait a minute. I might actually do this. I have to beat a 21?
Yes, because that's what I rolled for his athletics. You have to roll higher than a 21. Or else you remain grappled and can't do anything else.
Yeah. 12. Well, that sucks.
Yep, you are stuck, and you also take an additional 14 damage as it begins to crush you in its mandibles. You attempt another strength check.
I do. I shall. Here we go.
Oh, that's another
Yeah.
shit. That is another 21.
Ooh.
My hat is off to you, friend. This mantis did not come to fuck around, I guess.
27.
27?
Yep.
Alright, you are able to break free, but you are not able to do anything else. That was your action, unless you have a bonus action.
I do believe I have a bonus action for this, if I'm not mistaken. I think the only thing I can do on bonus action right now, though, is rage, if I'm not mistaken.
Keep you more alive.
I probably
true.
should just do it. I'll just rage. Why not? Hey, look at what rage does for me right now. Oh, yep, monstrous rage. Yeah, advantage on all Constitution checks and saving throws. You get a number of temporary hit points equal to 3 times your level in this class, and you have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from 9th level onwards. You have resistance to all damage except psychic. What level are we right now?
Level
10.
10.
Oh, then yeah, I have resistance to all damages except psychic damage. That's crazy. And I have advantage on Constitution checks. Okay, cool. And I gain temporary HP 3 times, so about 30 temp HP. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, because I'm level 10 in the class, so that's 30 temporary HP. Alright then. P is going to... I'm just gonna add... hemp. Okay, wait. Hemp HP is going to have a big fat 30 right there. And I'm going to put a here there, so it's easier to see. Fits better.
Okay. Then, after you rage, I'm going to roll for the mantis. Okay. That is a 19 for the first hit.
A 19. The first hit. Okay. So I again roll for that, I guess.
No, does a 19 beat your
Oh.
AC?
Oh, my AC, let me see. Oof, barely by like 2 points too.
Okay. He attacked you one more time. What about a 17?
17, that meets it.
Beats it, so 1 sec. You are also grappled again.
Oh!
Because
This is
the minute
getting
you
more
get
and
hit
more
by these
interesting.
mantises, you are grappled.
Alright then. I
Roll my
shall
dice.
once again struggle to get myself out of here. And I will, of course, calculate the damage when you're done.
5. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. To roll something else. Okay. 18 times 2 is 36, right? You take 36 magical slashing damage, so it negates resistance. I forgot to mention it. These mantises are very adept at crushing things, and they seem to have some strange. I will say, with you being in its arms, Stone, you do see that it has some strange metal built into its claws. Being so close to this mantis, you see now that it has either been genetically modified in some kind of way, or it is very, very heavily mutated. Because these claws are meant to seem to be made to crack open very, very tough things.
Oh. Okay then. Let me see. Okay then. Stone is going to roll to break free once again.
All right, let me roll its athletics check to contest it.
If he gets out, can he run? Can he still move if he uses his action to get free?
Yes, but it also
Opportunity attack.
he would proc an opportunity attack. Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Just wondering.
Sorry. No, you're all good. Sorry, I was like reading something and I had my eyes in different places. Okay. Let me roll that athletics check.
Please roll a no number, please.
Shit. Fuck. Let me roll it now, Bear. My dice keep getting cocked.
I hate when that happens. Low number, yes!
So yeah, that is a 10.
Okay. I must beat 10. Let us go. If I roll anything below a 2, I lose. Oh my god!
What did you roll?
Thank god it's a 7. I thought it was a 1 at first.
All right.
Jesus.
You are able to break free, but in order to move away, you would have to provoke an opportunity attack.
So, Stone growls at it, and he uses his ability, which is Regeneration. As a bonus action, you can regenerate, healing yourself for a number of hit points equal to 1d6 plus your Constitution modifier. So, I shall roll myself a d6 real quick.
And then are you attempting to move away after that?
Oh, he's gonna stand his ground and growl at the bastard. He's not very happy.
Okay. Let me see.
That
Well
is a
then,
six.
does a 24 hit?
Okay. Give me 1 second to calculate this roll real quick, so it's... okay, I heal 15 HP, according to this. I will save that number for later. Does a 24 hit? Is that what you said?
Yes.
On my AC, let me see here.
If your AC is a 17, then it definitely hits.
It definitely hits.
And
Don't I have any
then-
extra AC because of this? Is it Rage? Let me look at Rage here.
So you are grappled again, and you
Mm.
take another 36 damage.
Ooh, okay, since I healed 15, that's 21. Alright. 21 damage has been taken. So now I'm on 106 HP.
And then we will
This
say,
is
as
getting wild.
it rolls over to your turn, you will also take an additional 7 damage on your turn as it crushes you.
99 HP.
What do you do, Stone?
Can I swing at it while I'm in this position?
No, you are grappled and restrained.
I am grappled and restrained. Okay.
The only thing you can do is
So be
struggle
it.
to get out, or I will let you call out to your team because you have a hands-free radio.
I feel like Stone's not the type to do this kind of thing.
I will say, if you want, you can also give me a perception check to make sure that you've been struggling for a bit. You might want to make sure that the thing you tranquilized didn't get away.
Oh boy. Alright then. So first I'm gonna roll the strength check, which should be
I rolled a 19, so it'll be the 19.
another 19. 20.
All right, get out.
All right,
You have
now
your
time for
your
my
bonus action and
perception check real quick. $18 on the perception check. Oh wait, and then I have plus on my perception, so that's actually like 22 on the perception check actually.
it is still there, but it does seem to be
Rousing.
beginning to kind of move, not really rousing just yet, but kind of moving its head, kind of flexing its paws, twitching its legs.
Crap. All right. Do I see any like, I don't know, holes or any exposed flesh through the chitin of this thing?
Not really, no. It seems to be very heavily armored. Like, you can see there are a few joints that don't have where the armor isn't like really sitting, but the gaps are fairly small.
Small enough for a needle to get through?
With
do believe
a high
I
enough attack roll.
I do believe I have one last tranquilizer.
I will say it would probably, with seeing how the first shot went, you would know, Stone, that it would probably take a very, very well placed swing with it. So a very, very high AC, essentially. But I'm just saying that so you know like what you're rolling for.
Yeah. Need to weigh my options here. I could run, but that would expose me to an opportunity attack. Can I try to grapple it?
It is a size larger than you, so it would be at disadvantage.
Ooh. I'm gonna try to grapple it. Why not?
Okay. Give me 2 rolls and take the lower one.
Here we go.
Oh wait, actually, you can't. You used your action to escape, and you used your bonus
right.
action, so the only thing you can do is move.
I think I could do it. Ooh. Right, wait, what was the bonus action that I used again? Was
Your
it the
perception
roll?
check.
It was the
Yes.
perception roll. That's crazy because I rolled a 17. I would have beat that. Wow! Ouch! I actually would have made that roll. Alright, well. All I can do is move. Question is, could I?
Yes, you could, but it would provoke an opportunity attack.
It would. So
And
I'm gonna move
I will give
maybe
you
towards
this-
the water here. To give
I will
it a
give you this
harder
above
time.
table. This mantis does have a reach,
Ooh.
so it can reach you out to 10 feet. So as you move away, it swipes at you.
Done.
And you are grappled once again.
Ooh, am I? Let me see.
Yes.
That
So
was my-
I will put you here, but you are grappled and you will have to make another check before moving again.
Let's do it. The strength checks be strength checking, so I hope this one works.
And then on your... Okay. On its turn, it's going to use a bonus action to attack you in its claw.
22.
Is that your roll to escape?
Yeah.
Alright, give me 1 second and I will roll his strength check, because it is still his turn.
Sorry, I didn't think.
Oh no, you're all good.
I know how to think.
No, it's all cool. I was just letting you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does hit you.
Oh.
So that is 18 slashing damage. magical because of his weird claws.
Okay, so I am now on 81.
And it is actually, since it is grappling you, it is going to start carrying you away, actually.
Oh, crap.
Because it can do that. Lest we forget, it is going to start, it is actually going to go out here with you, Stone.
Oh, boy.
It seems to be carrying you off over here to what looks like some sort of cave. With what looks like kind of strange silken hanging structures coming out of it. With you being out in the wild, you assume this is this creature's nest.
Okay. Oh, I forgot I can bonus action attack too. I'm so dumb.
Yeah, it is your turn now. Let me make a strength check. Did you roll a 22?
Yep.
Alright, you escape.
Sweet. Alright. I am going to swing at its eyes with my tail as my bonus action. Which I believe, according to my sheet, that does...
Piercing damage.
Yep, that does piercing damage. I forgot what my die was for unarmed, though. It says here on my... Yeah, under growth, that's, Okay, that's 1d8. Strength capacity along with the amount of weight you can push, lift, or drag doubles. Okay. So... Here we go with the d8. Alrighty. And roll. That is a 1. Oh, this dice set
misses.
is hitting me. Ouch. That was my bonus action, so my only option is to be able to move, which my movement is what on my sheet on max movement? Just oh, I have 30 speed. Okay, so he's going to run this way.
I will say it did miss its attack, so you are able to get away. Though after your turn, is its turn, it's going to come back after you. It's going to move up, and it's going to make 2 attacks. It misses the first, and it hits the second one. You are now grappled again.
It seems like quite the loop.
18 damage. Yeah, no, that's the thing with these mantises is they auto grapple when they attack because their attack is just a big closing attack. And it's going to use the remainder of its movement to once again kind of just you realize, Stone, it really is just trying to carry you off.
63 damage. Okay.
Did you take the 18?
Yeah, I'm calculating that now.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. I was worried I stumbled
63
through it.
HP.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and his claws are magical, huh? So that beats my resistances.
Yes. Like I said, this seems to be some kind of enhanced or mutated animal. It has like metal or which you notice, and that does kind of strike you as you look at it, Stone. This creature seems to have metal imbued into its body.
So this thing is definitely not normal.
Yes, it seems to be heavily mutated.
Right. I am going to roll to break free once again.
Okay.
And
Rolling to
Here
beat a
we go.
17.
has to beat a 17, is that what you said?
Yes.
22.
All right. You are able to escape, and as you do, the mantis rears back to attack again. But everything seems to stop when you just hear this loud, earth-shattering howl across the plains.
Ah, crap.
The mantis scurries away. Oops. The mantis scurries away. That I will say that the spinal hound is also gone.
Well, I'll consider this a failed attempt. And I'll probably not mention the mat. That would be a good idea. However, I did learn a few things. Could I perhaps make a call to Doc Green over intercom?
Sure. What are you calling for? Like, specifically?
He's going to ask if she knows anything about caves with silk-like material lining them.
After a moment of trying to establish a connection over the comms, you hear Doc Green's voice. Let me make a roll for her. She says that it is probably some kind of insect cave. Probably best not to go near it. It's very hard to fight giant bugs.
Yeah, I noticed that part. I am curious of it, though, nonetheless. I'll have to recuperate first. I say he grabs his bait and he returns to sender to recover and lick his wounds and possibly his pride.
Alright. I will say, what is everyone doing as Stone comes back, as we come into the evening and sundown, as we come into the last bit of preparations for...
Torch and wrench noises.
Torch and wrench noises.
Hell yes. So what is Maxon doing? What has he been up to?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I keep saying I need to get a new mic, but I never do. I'm going to be I think I would just be in the library, right?
The library on Tilbus?
Yeah.
Or the... Okay. Alright, let me move Maxon over to Tilbus then.
So, would I have made any like?
We're in time dilation. He wouldn't have been able to enter, would he?
I think he would still be able to right now. It's just once the magician begins the latter part, he wouldn't be able to leave, right? Or so, he hasn't explained it yet.
If he doesn't leave before the magician releases this, of which, because he's aware of people here, but he can't really interact. So, above table, if he's in here whenever he lets go, he will be trapped for a month.
And I will say that
a month contained within an hour in the outside world. It tagged onto the end of this time waiting for the pod to finish.
The hyperbolic library.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I was gonna ask if like I would have made any like new discovery or anything.
Concerning what? Like, what do you mean?
Speaking of table, think. Like I don't know how to do something new.
Timeline-wise, it's only been about, I think, 3 days that you've been going to into the library.
Mm-hmm. I would say that you're definitely making progress. And you definitely have a better grasp and understanding on things, but I wouldn't necessarily say you've had a breakthrough yet, you know what I mean? I'll say that in the last couple of days that you've been going to the study and reading and kind of learning more about like blood magic and things like that, you've kind of gained a better understanding of your powers, but not only your powers, like how your body works, like kind of like feeling your like every piece of your body as an extension of its like it's like a different view of how you view like your abilities. You feel like you might be near something, but not quite yet. But were you just continuing to read about like blood magic and stuff, Maxon, or were you reading about something else?
I was gonna stick to that now.
Okay, cool. That's what I wanted to make sure. Then yeah, definitely like you haven't really quite hit like a true breakthrough yet, but you're definitely finding a much better understanding of everything, I would say. And I will add, with him being in Tildus, you probably would have ran into Raziel as well as Mercenary Crane at some point. They're the two that are moving around the most, and they probably would have one of them probably would have filled you in that the magician is almost done with his with the pod. And once you would they know to kind of gather to have the magician let them know what's going on?
No, he hasn't been able to. He doesn't know what's going on.
Okay.
As I said, once he, there we go. Once he releases this will be essentially what the revelation he's had close to the end of it.
Okay. Then I guess I will ask, above table, is everybody that is currently in Tildus want to be in there for an entire month?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
All right, Maxon, you are the only.
So we have a way to make that above table. We have a way to make that go by to where it won't take like a bunch of sessions.
It's going to feel like an hour for the outside world.
Yeah, what he said.
But it is going to be a month for your character.
We're pretty much gonna speed run it that month inside.
It will be explained, I'm sure, momentarily, based on the GM's language.
I'm just trying to figure out if anybody wants their character off of Tildus before we do any big crazy shit.
Last stop.
Yeah, for real. Hold on to your butts.
All hands.
Mercenary Crane will go to leave, and then that's when, after Magician's done, then he's just like trying to push the door open. Oh, why isn't this working? Is it pull? I don't think it's a pull.
All right. Yeah, so Maxon, did you want to be on Tildus when this happens, or did you want him to have left beforehand?
I'm gonna go with everybody else.
Okay. Then yeah, we will move to how does the magician end the dilation on the tube?
I think it's a very subtle, like, I think the door pops in a sort of like dramatic finishing sort of way. It was like, it's done. And the two copies kind of flicker out very quickly, kind of in a top to bottom wipe, and he pulls his hands back. Well, I believe that he is ready. Well, he's done, but he's not ready. One problem, everyone. I did a little bit of calculation in the last few days. We're going to be in here for a minute. So, I used a lot of energy. And now it has to kind of exhaust. Like a car. So, buckle up or well, I guess it's kind of the reverse of that. In this case, put on your comfy sweatpants. We're going to be in here for a while.
Or like a week or something?
And the door is pulled, by the way.
Why did you say that? Crane goes over to the fucking door, pulls.
Nothing.
It's not opening.
It does not open. I will tell you, the player, that over the next week or so, a crack appears as the door is slowly moving open.
All right, then I will ask everyone. What do you do in that time?
Build and play chess.
Okay.
I
Missionary
can watch
Crane?
chess, drink, and probably keep an eye on the pod until it fucking cracks like an egg. Not explode, but
Alright.
just just ready to go. Pod's not breaking. We risked our goddamn lives for this shit. And had to deal with a Fae. Nah, this pod ain't going down.
The curator seems to just be continuing to take notes, mark events, keep an eye on his little setup he's made in Tilda's, monitoring his machines.
The
What
magician
about the
will
magician? What does he do
kind of step back.
besides playing chess?
Well, first he's going to, on the spot, take a seat, make a chair appear under himself, and sit down. I am going to take a few days and rest very, very deeply, since we're going to be in here for a while. That was deeply exhausting. In a way that I cannot describe. I'm feeling very fuzzy. Sure is not good. So, yes. And he kind of like awkwardly gets up and walks, like with that sort of awkward departure, just kind of like, yes, I just kind of leaves the room. Doesn't teleport, he just sort of just walks out. Climbs the stairs, goes to a room.
Well, son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to find something to do. I don't think even my liver can handle being drunk for however long we're gonna be in here.
Well, I hope not.
I could find out. I can see how many days, not weeks.
Enough days to
Not playing
gain an
with fire
addiction
here.
and then get rid of it. 2 weeks to get on it, 2 weeks to get off.
2 weeks of getting off.
Only 2 weeks?
Only?
Oh my god. All right. Well, as everybody's playing chess and getting off,
I'm
That's
hiding
funny.
in the room tinkering while they're getting off because I don't want to witness it.
Rosley, I was like way off in the corner, like getting away from the degenerates.
He's got his own corner, huh?
Sure.
Don't worry, guys. I got you all covered. Starts looking through my phone.
Oh my god.
What in the Sam hell?
Okay. So to everybody outside, what are you all going to do for the next hour? As well, I guess you guys aren't gonna know when they're done till they're done. So
Yeah, Rudy's
Yeah.
still just kind of fucking sleeping. Wakes up, goes back to sleep.
fucking out.
clean up from a day of working on a machine.
Oh, yeah. I will say that Hammer has retired to the command room and or his quarters at some point. I believe that just leaves you, Stone.
Stone is probably in the infirmary asking for more tranquilizers. And also maybe perhaps getting patched up for getting the crap beat out of him.
I will say that as you walk in, you see that she isn't in the infirmary, and as you circle back around and walk into her office, she looks up, and looks you up and down. Not too much luck, huh?
Don't get me started.
I'm assuming you need more tranquilizers.
That would be nice.
She goes to walk past you and then just kind of stops and just kind of turns her head over to you. You're a hound, spinal hound, canid, right?
Yes, why?
They normally hunt in packs. Those stragglers I've seen usually die. Then she just kind of shrugs. Something to think about. You will follow me up. I will put you in the pod for the night to heal your wounds.
He silently follows her.
Alright. And after she helps you into the pod, the last few things you see before sleep just kind of overtakes you. And in the healing gel, you see her step over to her chemistry set, begin to mix some more chemicals. Probably making more tranquilizers. And you fade to sleep, Stone, as your body begins to heal. And unless there's anything specific in Tildus, I say we have that hour pass.
Probably mentioned it, but I just forgot. How big is
Tildus?
It's more of like a sort of 3-story tower room with many rooms branching off of the small walkways above.
So who would be with me, like, closest around you?
Probably the magician would be the one mostly around if you're in the library a lot.
I want to ask him if he can show me the places that I haven't.
The place that you haven't what? You cut out.
The places I haven't gotten to look yet because I've been too focused on the library. I'm actually kind of interested.
Oh yeah, he definitely
learning more about the other places.
Give you a tour and give everyone a tour.
Show you stuck here for a month.
Show you the dream
show
room.
Your guests around.
Show you the astral bridge. It's just like a sort of platform, kind of Cerebro style, where except instead of being inside of a spherical room, it just kind of opens up into the astral plane. And it's just stars and emptiness around you, and show you the various different types of rooms. Show you how sometimes it will invent a room that you need. It has that capability. And explain how they are funky and tend to... the doors tend to behave based on intent. But it's not necessarily the doors, it's more Tilda's puts you where you didn't know you were trying to go. Even if that wasn't what you were thinking of to begin with. So you all no longer need roll a D100 to get into the rooms, as he has explained how that works. So Raziel, Crane, and Maxon now understand how to navigate the doors of Tilda's.
I can find the cigar rolling room. Fucking disappears.
One beer, please.
One beer floated to me specifically
Guys,
on
that's
a
it. The beer's
small inflatable.
But yeah, if there's anything specific, we'll jump that hour and let that month pass.
He is going to just recover and rest from calculate, understand how to do it better next time. Scientist habits, I should say.
And I will say, above table, at some point, Hammer has left the command post and has seemed to have taken up around the next to the door of Tildus, kind of checking the shield generator, looking at the pillar, and then just kind of moving back to it. But yeah, we will just move on to that last hour.
1 point of order.
Oh yes.
Normality is now out.
That is true.
Is he out or is he? I didn't know.
He's finished.
I forgot the pod door can open normally. I forgot you meant the door of Tildus is slowly
the door of
opening. For
Tildus
some
is
reason,
the
I
one
thought you
it's
meant
because of the way he opened it. If anybody went over and pushed it, it would just close over the next week or so as well. Right?
I didn't know if he was like.
Yeah.
I didn't know how we were doing it. I thought he was just still baking.
So no, yeah, he is free to get out and walk around.
So
Shit.
I'm guessing the first few days he's kind of like groggy, also like becoming alive.
Yeah, look, pop out just.
And then
How long have I been out?
He's also an elf now. That's pretty crazy.
I feel taller.
you are. I won't tell you. I'll let them. This was their fuckery.
Hey. What?
Also, Normality, you see what looks like a very short, stocky man working a bunch of complex machines behind everyone, not speaking to you as all this is happening.
Fucking. Should I tell that he's a dwarf?
He's definitely built like how the robots that call themselves dwarves style themselves. So after a minute, you would definitely go, "Is that a dwarf?" You would definitely kind of come to that conclusion.
He was in dwarvish. Hey. Does curator look up?
He looks up, and he kind of looks confused.
Okay.
And
The magician also turns and looks at you confused.
He speaks back to you, and it sounds like Dwarvish, but in the same way that someone that would be speaking King's English, speaking English to you would
so
sound.
the magician understands it, but not
Yes.
Normality. Interesting.
It's like hearing someone say, "On the morrow, prithee," just like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The magician does look at the curator and kind of grin a little bit.
King's English dwarven. Okay.
And then after a moment, he
I need clothes. No. Wait.
The curator
what
just
are you
look-
thinking? As and the magician will hold up his hand, standing over by the shelf with like a whiskey glass. Actually,
I don't know. You got
don't say
you
it.
got a wardrobe.
Close
You
your
got a
eyes
room.
and center your
Eyes
mind's
closed.
eye
Hey.
and begin to imagine. You already have the clothes on. Begin to imagine what you are wearing in your ideal form, because you were already wearing it about 30 seconds ago. Anyways, enjoy your clothing. That is another of my tricks. He takes like a stupid bow and he's like, drunkenness will become me soon. I must have some.
I don't know what I need to do. Oh my god.
Well, we're in here for a while, so you have time to study and learn and, how do I put this? Become your own elf.
Where's somewhere I can lay down?
He just snaps and you're laying in a bed.
Okay, cool.
He says to the ceiling.
I was about to say he's like already like rolled over, like laying on his hands, all cozy in bed.
You hear from downstairs. Someone, "You're welcome."
Yeah. He fucking passes smooth the fuck out.
Smooth.
Smooth.
the fuck out. And yeah, we will.
Days of study and learning.
Yeah, for real.
Academics.
Books are read. Chess is played. Guns are tinkered.
All right.
I don't know if this. Yeah, talking probably like a couple days. Oh, huh?
Look. The look.
So.
Oh, the look. Oh.
I was gonna ask, would the library has books on like pretty much anything, right?
Very nearly.
Okay.
It's kind of an within reason sort of situation, because he's not exactly like a book collector, so it's stuff that he's picked up, as well as like what stuff that was already there that he doesn't exactly know what all's there. Fuck yeah! The return.
I was gonna say that when he was at some point during the month while he was dozing off, I came in with a book and I put it next to him. Like, I thought you might find this interesting. And it's a book on like whiskey and how to make alcohol.
Wait, who did you bring that to?
Who was the one that was talking about getting drunk a lot?
Crane.
Oh yeah, Crane.
I'll bring it.
Crane's just a book on how to make. This will give me something to do, and I can drink it. All right, cool. Let's go find a room for it. Let's go pick a corner and fuck it up. I guess Crane's gonna be making fucking whiskey for a while.
Oh yeah.
The magician will appear next to you, and he's, assuming this is a few weeks later. He's just like, a little bit of cheating for you, as he touches your shoulder, and you guys appear outside the door of the room, and he goes, and he pulls the door closed, and he makes a key appear, and he locks it, and then he hands it to you. And when you look at the key, the knob end of the key is a little hourglass, to signify he's cheating a little bit, so you can pass some time to age the whiskey a bit more. It's the cheat room.
Sick.
The whiskey cheat room.
Now we can fuck with time.
Now we can experiment and make something interesting in half the time.
Perfect. This is.
We'll be rich old men. Well, no, I'm going to live forever because I'm in here. You're going to be a rich old man one day. I'll be an elf with some money.
You think I'm gonna sell this shit? No, this is for me.
You and you alone. I respect that.
I'll share. You guys get a taste. But the average person is not even gonna fucking look at this. All right, let's get fucking cracking. I've got nothing else to do.
Whiskey is great, but I do love, and he makes a glass appear, and he's like, I do love this familiar liquid. The Quovas know what they're doing. Cherry rum is just... Wah! It really makes the days go rum.
We can make a cherry rum. Do you have cherries? Let's go buck fucking wild.
He turns like 15 degrees, and another door appears, and he opens, and there's like a small orchard with like lamps that look like bright yellow UV-ish sort of sunlight in a room. There's like a few bushes. He's like, there's some. I don't know how many we'll need, but we'll eventually have enough, I think.
We've got a queue that can make time
Tilda's
pass.
provides.
I think we have everything.
If it's not good, we have lots of things to use as Molotov cocktails. We will have an arsenal of nothing but bottles to throw.
Did Crane's face drop when he said that?
The Molotov cocktail?
Yep, wasted alcohol.
No.
I was about to say, I feel like
he's like,
can't drink
now
it.
you're
throw
speaking my language.
I was just wondering.
So if we find anywhere we need to do sort of a revolution of some kind, well, we've got them covered. We can certainly supply. Yeah, I
Can drink it.
I take my bow. There's my time dilation. You're welcome, my good friend.
The perfect drink to hand your enemy from 30 feet away.
Exactly.
Here, let's drink.
I got your alchemist fire right here.
You look thirsty.
Have a drink here. Yep.
It's on the house.
Excuse me. Okay. So we are going to move that hour forward. And so what does everybody do once the door finally opens? I'm going to leave it up to everybody until this. Unless, is anybody on the hab right now? In that hour, would they have come up to kind of keep an eye on Tildus? Because Hammer would have mentioned that once everyone was ready, he wanted to have a meeting with everybody on board.
Yeah, Serena would have been cleaning up and probably is now having dinner, maybe doing some deuterium, tritium, fusion reaction calculations while she eats.
Roll out of bed. For some dinner as well.
I will say that Hammer came down and got food, but immediately came back up to near Tildus's door.
So, the magician, I'm probably maybe mid-conversation, everyone's just kind of like doing something, or I'll just be like, all right, so once again, the understanding, like talking to Normality, teaching him something. He's so the understanding, and it's time. And he'll wave his hand and the door will open. Finally! We'll finish that.
Trying that every single day?
Without waving my hand. I can do most of the things that I do, I can do without even moving. Watch this. And he makes like 7 of himself appear and then disappear. He says, I feel it's impolite to do those things without gesturing. It feels like
fascinating.
I don't know. It just feels wrong. Tell me, does this feel better? And you and him and the table between you appear like in the library, and he goes, and then makes you appear in like the workshop, and then back in the main room again. He goes, is that better or is this better? And he snaps, and then you appear in the library, and then he snaps again, and you appear back in the main room. And he goes, hey?
I agree. The snap at least lets you know that it's happening.
It's you see the gesture, and then the table and chairs appear, and you fall on your butt on the floor. And he's just kind of
person's going to be extremely jarred if it was so sudden. No, I see it.
He'll go over and pick up the coat, put on the coat, straighten himself out. All right. I've had a month to realize there is something for you. We have one stop before we do anything else. I would think. So Hammer's outside of Tilda's? Yes?
Hammer is outside, and I will say that if you had the door open, you would have heard him like radio to Doc Green that the door is open.
So here's this. Yes, that. Okay. You come with me. I won't even explain it. You just come with me.
That would have been my first stop either way. You don't need to tell me twice. Or once.
So he'll like walk down with you to go downstairs.
Who you kidding? You hear feet running as you're going down the stairs.
Do we?
No. If you do come out,
I don't think she's the kind of person to run up the stairs. She knows. She'll wait.
If you do come out of Tildus, you would see that she is standing by with medical supplies.
Oh, she's already there. Oh, never
she's
mind.
already there. That's why I was like, yeah.
She has made her way.
He'll have his like hand on your back, walking next to you to walk out, and he'll go to turn to go back until nope, I don't want to go in there right now. Stairs, yes, the stairs look interesting. Come, gentlemen, follow me. There are other things to see. That wasn't supposed to rhyme. Follow me.
I've got something cooking that's going to need a lot longer than usual. So please don't leave anytime soon.
So, he will evacuate the area.
I didn't mean for it to be intentional, but I saw like everyone started moving their avatars, and then I saw Colton move Normality up to Dot Green, and it was just like everyone scattered.
The meeting of the minds is about to happen. You better fuck off.
I think the magician is just going to go open the door and just like open the door, stand on the ground outside for a minute, and that's it. Just stand there for about 10 minutes. And just
say the curator and
just do this with his hands. Oh, it's so much better not being trapped inside. Oh.
The curator and Hammer are having a conversation, going over notes and things. And what is Maxon doing? Is he still on Tildus, or does he come off and stretch his legs on the hab?
I'm gonna go to Hab.
If he would have seen the Hammer and the curator stopping, the magician definitely would have been like, like subtle like gestures, like, come on.
The curator does not understand, but Hammer understands and kind of nudges him and just says, "Just come on."
He's like, it's a confused look. He'll just like,
shoot.
Like you're you're literally watching a man like tell his oblivious father to like clear the room. Okay, and where are you going specifically, Maxon? Because you do notice after a moment, Normality begins to make his way over to Dot Green, and everybody else very quickly clears the room.
One second.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, good.
I want to go talk to who have I not talked to in a while?
Everyone technically.
Oh, yeah, it's
other than who was on Tildus, you haven't talked to fucking anybody in a month.
2 Reese Crane clones, blue guy, and a dwarf. That's the only people you've talked to, and an elf.
2 elves, technically.
I'll go talk to Hammer.
True.
Yeah, I will place you over there, and we will get back to that conversation in just a moment. They are in the mess hall, and they seem to be having. He seems to be eating with the curator, but we will jump back to that and everyone else down there after we focus on Normality and Dot Green.
Traumatic.
How tall is Dot Green again?
Do what?
How tall is Dot Green again?
I don't think I had a set height for her, but I think I'll say like 6, like 6'3", 6'4".
Oh. Goddamn, she was super fucking tall compared to
She was a lot
Normality before.
Average elf height.
Every other,
The
the
magician is short. He's only like 6'1".
Yeah, Normality is now 6 feet. All the other clones are 5'8". So now just walks up, well, now you're only a little bit taller than me. More eye.
She kind of chuckles to herself for a bit, and she kind of begins to look your face over. She kind of looks at your ears. I guess it worked, huh?
Yeah, they threw some part of somebody in there. magician.
Interesting.
Guess we're gonna be spending a lot more time together.
She reaches out and kind of lightly brushes her hand against your face. Kind of moves a bit of the hair out of your face and just doesn't really say anything. Does it for a moment and pulls her hand back. I would like that.
I think he holds her hand before she pulls away. So, how have you been since I've been gone?
She kind of lightly squeezes your hand as you hold on to hers. I've been okay. I've been worried about things. Worried about you.
Well, we can cross one worry off. Fill me in on the others. We can worry together.
Okay. Here, let's get you to the infirmary to make sure there are no complications with your...
I've missed these
body.
checkups. Lead the way.
You can't see that she's smiling, but you can definitely see that she is blushing a little bit as she begins to make her way to the infirmary.
We make our way to the
Hand in
infirmary.
hand. You never said she
Yeah.
let go of his hand.
Oh, she definitely... Oh my god, she did not. I will...
I know not all of us are clicked into the fucking Discord thing. I'm over here fucking popcorn style with my Skittle. I'm fucking give it to
I
me.
can't tell you.
That's a
I
good
can't
shit.
tell you how hard it
I love
was to
Skittles.
like look up and see you like fucking so
It was-
close to the camera.
I will point out it was
I
only
missed
half a
it.
joke because that was genuine. Like, oh yes,
My
good
precious.
shit. I've been waiting all campaign for this shit.
I was too focused on Owlbear. I should have fucking looked over. I probably would have wrote character.
Imagine they're not actually
Matchmaker,
Skittles.
matchmaker, make me a match.
I
Imagine
cannot
they're
tell
not actually
you.
Skittles. They're just like CBD bites or something that he disguised as Skittles.
That would be cool. I'd want some of those,
Oh hell yeah!
or some dispensary Skittles. That'd be fucking rad. I don't have any.
Has
of
Hasbro
those.
those
edible
right there, but that's
gummies
really cool.
comes in a fucking.
I actually had to toss my gummies because they fucking went bad. Anyways,
That
Oh, that
sucks.
sucks. Actually,
All right, but as you get to the infirmary, you would see Stone floating in the pod, and along the walk, and as she was checking your vitals, making sure everything was okay. She's just kind of filling you in about I'm trying to remember what was technically the last thing Normality saw, because I know he was the one who went to the surgery, but I'm trying to remember if he's anything else that he saw specifically before that.
Anything he saw?
Yeah, because the Jabberwock hadn't shown up yet, right? Or had it?
No,
I didn't think so. So
that happened. He went into surgery
That was
before the
post-surgery
Jabberwock and
surgery.
everything.
Yeah. Okay. So everything. So yeah, he.
I think it was
So
like one of the
Dr. Green
first
kind of-
things that Rudy saw. Actually,
Yeah, he was. I'm so sorry, Rudy.
still bandaged
Within like a
by
day
the
or
way
two, yeah.
when that happened.
Yeah, he was still pretty fucked up.
So yeah, so Doc Green just kind of fills you in about how the dwarves have completely returned. There are offensive lines being drawn, battles being fought right now. Stone fell into a strange coma, but he seems to be doing fine now.
I'll say, not necessarily knowing where one of the two that she would want to see has gone exactly. A certain super soldier woman appears in the door of the infirmary and spots you, Normality. And she probably just, I don't think she says anything. She just runs up and just gives you this fucking bear hug. Just a squeeze. Hardly classifiable as a hug.
Oh shit, this is new. I'm back. I would have been down soon, but I'm touched you came to see me.
And she kind of pats your back and she says, "Good to have you back. I missed your level-headed outlook on things, my friend."
I will say I've been a lot more level-headed when there's not the squishing of my brain. Really tends to help when you have more room to think. I was almost losing my level-headedness again there for a second because I've stuck with the magician for a month. Fascinating outlook. It's the magician.
Which part? The chaos or just the constant rambling?
Both.
He's the word I think that would come across your mind that you're expecting her to say without hesitating, obviously, and just a sort of continuing to like he's just insufferable. Except she stops herself before she says the word. She's like, he's just, I don't know.
I'd put it as intriguing. That could be a little bit of bias too, because I'm also now half of him.
You are. This is from him?
You look at his fucking eye as one of his eyes.
She kind of like looks him over. She's like, "It turns you into like some kind of spliced human. You're not even like a half elf. You're like an elf human, an elf and a human at the same time."
I will say, Doc Green kind of looks over his shoulder. About an 85 elf to 15% human.
Very interesting.
It does seem to be stable, though, from the readings that I've taken.
It's going to be interesting because human brain in an elf body. That may affect my psyche, but I'm willing to see what happens.
That is indeed what I was remarking on. You have human parts and you have elf parts. While it is a split, you are all parts of both. You have an interesting existence in front of you, Normality. By the way, that's reminded me. What is your name? What do you... We called the other one Rudy. At least the magician did, he named him that.
Yes, I've been told. My original body. It's gonna be interesting to see. Rudy. I guess he got in... because he was rude. Take your pick. You can call me Seraphim, Sarah. No, magicians called me Norm.
How many times did he call you Norman?
None, actually. He didn't.
I'm surprised.
That one didn't come to his mind.
I am surprised. Oh, it did. He just didn't say it. You know him well enough. You spend time.
He picked the one thing that was probably the easiest to yell in quick fashion while he had
that guy
more
in his
things
word
to lecture
vomit.
me back.
Doc Green kind of walks over next to you, Serena, and then looks over to you, Normality.
What do you
Also
think, Doc?
He could also take an elven name if he wanted, or perhaps a half-elven name.
It would be some interesting research. Finding my elven name. Normish.
Yes, it could be Normalon, the elven, whatever you are now. Although you're like a doctor wizard now. She says that with a straight face. I couldn't keep it down.
Dr. Wizard.
I will say, you get a little bit of side eye from Doc Green as you say that's.
I have noticed some unusual changes being made of the half made of someone so potent.
Have you felt the word vomit yet? Has that started?
You were reading a lot of books about elven stuff, right? Specifically Normality.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Then you would know that when elves are quote unquote born, or when they're born naturally, they usually have to take on and find some kind of aptitude, find some kind of calling. Essentially, it's like back when there was like an active amount of magic in the world, it was attuning themselves to some kind of magical force, but now it's essentially like crafting something to harness whatever magic is left and figuring out what kind of magic it is you harness. And you would know about a few rituals and things you could build to determine that and figure it out.
You were also created inside of Tilda's, which is adjacent. Whereas Oramos is obviously detached from magic. Tilda's is not. That is in fact how the magician stays mostly charged, aside from his orb that he has. There'd be a level of like kind of a natural, I don't know, I guess low level flow of whatever's going on in there.
Yeah, probably a bunch of, once again, a good half combination of rituals and just pure natural magic. So it's just like,
God damn it, every time I sit down on a bench, some fucking flowers grow under my ass.
Everywhere I walk, the ground grows.
I can't blow my nose because every time I do, I get fucking thorn bushes growing in my hands. Elf problems.
My.
Elf problem. First world elf problem. My pillow too fluffy, my lobster too buttery.
But yeah,
I've been studying rituals and old texts, but also just something about being in Tildis. Had some kind of attunement. I've been trying to draw it out, and I've done a little bit of. I've done a couple of things. I don't know if I want to spoil them yet, though.
I like a good surprise. I think we're having a meeting soon, probably tomorrow. That would be a good idea, like first thing in the morning.
I need a break from what I've been doing for the past month.
Reading, doing nothing but reading and knocking around inside of a small thing. Well, I say small, not very big, sort of tower thing.
It's kind of huge, actually. There's too much room. There's a lot more than just the room of reflection, which I've been in there a couple of times as well.
The dream room?
The dream room, yes.
I like that room. It's
something. Don't have much to go on, but it's something.
That was her most like Russian response she's given to anything yet in this entire camp. It's very like, I like that room.
I like that room.
That's very like straight. Just there's no like, there's nothing to gather around it. It's just, I like that room.
The most simple as response.
Simple as. I also like that room. It's a very good room. All right, let's go to this meeting and get it over with. I'm sure it'll be nothing but bad news. Can't have it too good for too long.
All war news is usually bad news.
Wise.
All right. As you both leave, Doc Green stops for a moment, and I'll say that she She takes you, Stone, out of the healing pod for a moment, and she explains that Hammer has a message for the group, and once the meeting is done, she'll help you back into the pod. She just doesn't want you to miss the briefing.
She's just kind of like, as she's walking around, she's like, what happened to him? Did he get mauled by a non-keg? she's just
Entirely sure.
Just a wild guess. Unintentionally guessing the correct thing.
Just a wild guess.
I believe they are giant insect lacerations.
Oh, I was joking. Okay, well, that is... Ow.
Why were you fighting giant bugs? That'd be the real question. Why the fuck were you doing that?
Why are you always fighting with your own personalities?
He can't anymore.
Cool.
I must have missed something. So be it.
Yeah, we dumped all the rocks out of his head. It was quite the...
that's what you guys were talking about that day.
But I think we're having a meeting, Stone. I think we're going to decide what to do next, because there are a lot of happenings, and we're about to find out about some more. And I have one more stop I need to make before we have this meeting. So I guess everyone gather up and let's talk a lot. And she's gonna like pat your shoulders. Normality. God damn, so many fucking names to remember now. And then step out of the room.
One extra name.
Hastily. Tell me what that name is when you figure it out.
Like I said, dealer's choice. Pick one, and I'll take it.
Red.
I'll do my thing before reading, but if everybody else has other things, it would be a good time, I guess.
Okay. Is the magician coming to the meeting, or is he just
yes,
still
that's what I was talking about. It's like that's gonna be the last thing I was gonna do, and then do the meeting.
Okay, yeah.
If there's anything anybody else wanted to do, would be a good opportunity.
Yeah, is anybody else doing anything specific, or are we all meeting in the meeting?
Yeah, I don't think we're doing anything in specific. At least I'm not.
I think everyone's just
okay. Then what is the magician doing?
Still standing there with his hands out, just like with his eyes closed, just feeling the air and the wind of a relatively fine day. And he gets jump scared for the millionth time. And she says, "So did it work out?" God's fucking! Why does everyone have to scare me every 12 seconds of the day? What did you ask me? I forgot the question. And she's just like, so you're alive? You didn't like have to, I don't know, do some kind of crazy thing and make a clone of yourself or something? The clone of myself? No, of course not. Why are you asking? Well, I did not want you to disappear. We have valuable allies that you took with you inside there. And he is going to insight check her. It is not something that he does. We're going to see how it goes.
It's not his forte.
Which is rather interesting, inciting your other character. It's just funny.
That is genuinely funny. Like, this whole dynamic with him playing both characters has been great.
I will say, if it feels a bit non-substance to the ones I haven't explained it to, these two have been having conversations on and off screen. I don't want to do all of them on screen because that would be cringe as fuck, and also like hard work, because doing NPCs is one thing. Two full-fledged characters is.
Oh, I got that. It caught me as funny that you're inciting your other one.
I'm just for those that aren't aware, I'm just putting it out there, like explaining. There's a reason they seem a bit more familiar in certain conversations. Because they've been talking off screen. I don't want to do every one of them. Like,
I want to do them dirty.
Well,
Here I am with my 3 full-fledged characters in one room.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it
I've got-
always cracks me up when you guys are when one of you talks to another character you guys are like playing, because it makes me think of like the Spider-Man pointing meme.
Oh, yeah.
Literal in my case.
Yeah.
That is great.
Makes me think of the fan from that Marisha had in Critical Role. Every time she'd switch her character, she'd turn the fan around and it had a different name on each side.
That's funny, actually.
Okay, so he doesn't know. He
don't know Jack.
I burned
You
his
don't know
inspiration. He
Jack.
don't know what she's meaning. He's not good at insight. He never has been. But he is trying to glean. He's trying to glean something. So I'm going to roll the other thing because he's going to switch modes, because that's what he does. He can't figure something out. He goes into investigation mode. So I'm going to roll an investigation, because that is his typical immediate gear switch.
His insight detector is currently being fixed in the sun right now.
Right. This, I don't even know if it's worth looking. Fucking 22. Okay, so yeah, he can't really figure out what the fuck that's all about. So he looks at her, and that's actually very smart. Now that I think about it, the magician's smarter than I am sometimes. He's inciting her through the tasks that she's taken up in the time that they've been in there. And he's like very actively aware that it's only been like a day. And he can kind of wrap his head around like one and the other, because he doesn't experience, due to Tilda's and the way that it interacts with him, he doesn't experience time in the way that everybody else does. So it's a bit easier for him to just go, yeah, only a day has passed. It's just been a very, 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 very long day.
Mm-hmm.
And he just is like, why have you been working so... What are you worried about? Is something bothering you? And she's just like, there's a stupid elf. I don't know. He wears a coat all the time and he carries a stupid pen, and he's annoyingly charming. And I hate him for it. Who is this elf? He failed his insight check. So he's just... Ooh, I want to meet this man, elf thing.
Pulls a mirror out of
clear
her
what you're
pocket.
supposed to call them. This other person. I want to meet this. Oh, that's me. Oh, you described me. Why? You know, stuff. And he's just like, oh, right. I don't get it. What is I do? Is this something? Did I do something wrong? Was it the shield generator? Maybe did I make a miscalculation? He just goes, "No, you idiot. Just again. Remember, we're talking about a character who hasn't experienced expressing like feelings for another person since being a teenager, so she doesn't know how to do it. So she just is like, she turns like bright red, and she just goes, just ask me to dinner. And he goes, I wish Alex was here right now. I could use some help. Did I miss something? We went from that to dinner. I think I'm starting to put it together a little bit. She goes, yes. Come on. He goes, you. Right. Okay. Now, of all the things going on, I'm completely terrified for an entirely different reason. Okay. This is a revelation. She's actually, out of curiosity now. Nope. They are both terrible at insight. They cannot read people who are not being openly forward about what's going on in their heads. He just goes, we need to have a conversation then. Right. And she goes, after the meeting. No, we have a meeting. We got bad shit to talk about. It's not going to be fun. So the dinner, that's got to be later, probably after we probably die. So we'll have dinner in the hills or something. So let's go. Conversation first. Yep. And she just kind of like very, very awkwardly, like cringe level awkward, just like, okay, let's go have this meeting like with the rest of the group. Okay. And he's just like, yeah, right, yes. Buttons up the coat. And why am I? Oh no, unbutton. I don't know what to do with my hands. And that's essentially what he's doing as they both walk in. He's like, I don't know. What am I? Oh, everyone is here. Shh. He sticks his hands in his pockets. He's like, cool, be cool, be cool.
Once everybody has a seat, Hammer just kind of walks into the middle of the tables here. The lights dim, and one of the cameras sitting here begins to project onto the wall, and it shows.
Was Serena's face still red when she came in?
Yes.
Hmm.
If you wish, she may, obviously.
Serena's,
yeah,
Serena's
her
blushing.
face is red, and the magician.
Well, we would
magician
have
is
looked
going
at you when you walked in the door. We would have looked at you the instant you walked in the
he's
door.
just like
We're already all
looking,
there.
Yeah, she's doing. she's red, and he's looking at his hands and just doing like this sort of thing,
check.
like not really sure what the fuck. Some weird hand gesture, talking to himself under his breath.
Y'all want to hear something funny?
What's up?
I said insight check and I rolled a die. I got a nat 20.
You have to stop. You have to stop. We need those. We're going to need those, and you're throwing them away.
You're throwing
You want to hear something funny?
What's the point in
Perfectly acceptable
explaining?
use of a nat 20.
You have inside baseball. I don't have to explain that. I refuse to explain this to you, sir.
Well, that was my
that
point.
was
That was
funny.
just me noticing.
Well, some kind of conversation. This is very much like end of the movie, like the other characters that know that there's like some kind of tension going on. Everybody else knows except for those two, and they're just kind of like, oh, they finally talked, I guess.
I was about to say, I feel like Rudy is sitting over there just like, man, I owe Alex like 5 credits now.
God damn it.
Like, crap, there goes my bet.
And just what? What's going on?
I did not see that coming, considering how they first interacted.
But yeah, you all see the map that Hammer projects onto the wall. It zooms in on the hab. He kind of circles around it. I've just been given word that there's to be an assault to achieve clear borders against the dwarven armies. There's to be a blockade set up here and here. Protect Bunker A. And then blockades here. Protect Bunker B. We have had reports of dwarven patrols and land crawlers and drills moving through these areas. And he points at all the points are marked with these little daggers. We do have elven support coming in from the north, though it will take multiple days to fully reach us. The orcs have blockaded the waters, though they show no signs of moving, at least at the moment. I've also gotten into contact with the submersibles on Bunker B, and they have rallied to our support. As for that creature, We know that it is very strong, very durable. It seems to possess some kind of shield around it that prevents any type of magic to penetrate.
At that, I'll look over at the magician and go, "Can Tildis get onto a moving target?"
I've done it once before. I say once. I do it all the time, but that is a different situation altogether.
Random thought.
If we were able to pull that off, would it be a good idea?
Depends on how much power we could bring in with Tildis.
Depends on if they knew that it was me that got Alex in there last time. Or if it was just from their perspective unfortunate that Alex suddenly appeared and stunted their plans with his whole arm.
One way to put it.
Unfortunately, I've given you all the information we have on the creature that we know of. We have gotten broadcasts from the beast itself, so it does seem that there is a presence inside of it. It does seem to still serve as a vehicle as well as a creature.
Well, I figure they got to control it somehow. So, yeah, I figured somebody'd have to be on there.
What engagements are there? Where are the dwarves and people fighting?
So far, the main engagements are along the border between Castle Grim and the lands of Bunker A. A few small battles in the Green Cove area. They have not clashed yet, but we do believe that the Elven air brigades will eventually run into Dwarven resistance. They haven't fired yet, but the Navy from Bunker B is poised and ready to fire at either Castle Grim or any attacking orcs.
And what of the orcs? What does their play? Are they joining the dwarves? Orcs and dwarves are working together?
They seem to be engaging both of us at the moment. There seems to be battles fighting out all along the waters between resistances from human and elven populations, and then battles with dwarves trying to gain territory.
Do you think there's any way to get a hold of the orcs and try and get their help against the dwarves and then deal with the rest afterwards?
I don't think the orcs themselves generally give a fuck. I also don't think they're smart enough to know that the dwarves don't give a fuck about them.
I think they
just
Dwarves
battle
don't give a
lock.
fuck about anybody.
probably rather
Motherfuckers
fight
know.
everyone at the same time. It seems like they think they can do that.
Hammer nods. They do enjoy wars of attrition, but he kind of just stops himself for a moment. They can be bargained with, though I do not know if we are in a position to make a deal with them, as we have. The last time a deal was struck, they were essentially gridlocked and given a deal that was highly favorable to them.
I feel as though that this deal, if there was one to be made, would be at a very steep price. All things considered.
It probably would be.
I don't know if an alliance is on the board.
It would be at least out of our jurisdiction to provide a means for that. We would have to consult the president of Bunker A or one of the High Council from Sunflower City to get the means to even attempt to cut a treaty of that size.
And we're probably not moving resources that large right now, especially with,
No, we probably don't have time before something goes wrong.
They probably won't want to move anything that has to be delivered to the dwarves when there's holes popping up in the ground everywhere everyone goes.
Waste of time and a waste of resources.
We have gotten reports that the beast itself has moved onto the upper continent.
So we should be able to see it from the top of the hab if we actually looked.
Yes, with if you looked through any kind of like magnification devices like telescopes, scopes, binoculars, rangefinders, you would be able to see it. I'll even add, it seems to be kind of flapping its wings, hovering in the air, kind of looking to Sunflower City. And you can't tell if it's looking in the direction of Bunker B or at your hab.
Well.
Shit.
I think that is the problem to be dealt with. I think.
Indeed, if we can... We need to find a way to stop that creature. Which brings me to the correspondence that Maxon delivered, and he kind of points to you, Maxon.
Say that again.
He points to you, Maxon, and he speaks of the letter he had you deliver. What I had him deliver was a handwritten plan to, and he zooms into this spot here. This town has been evacuated. I intend to have...
What about that town out there? Should we evacuate that?
It is in the process. This one was evacuated first due to concerns
Proximity.
of the Dwarven army being so close, as well as the creature. Though this one is in the process of being evacuated to the ships to the along the shore. We need to find a place to trap this beast and eventually hold it still long enough that the Elven Air Brigade and maybe even our submersibles can lay down enough firepower to potentially bring it down, or at the very least disable it. And given the dwarves' interest in so many of us here, I believe that we would be the best chance of deterring it and drawing it to us and keeping it in a place for an extended amount of time. And he zooms back out, and let me get back over to the hab real quick. Kind of walks up, leans on the table, kind of in the middle. I believe that I would be able to send a message out requesting that whoever and whatever is piloting that beast to meet us a midway point sometime tomorrow. I pray that we would be able to distract it long enough, disable it ourselves, or hold it long enough for it to be destroyed.
Well, I have already lost my arm to an unimaginable beast of frightening size and sharp arms. I have no quarrel with destroying it and dying if I need.
Same here.
Hammer looks around the rest of the room. I have prepared evacuation plans for any of you that do not wish to fight. Those of you that do not wish to stay and do not wish to partake in this plan, you will be able to make it to one of the submersibles on the coast of Bunker B.
Well, during this conversation, I probably would have shown them what I had been working on in Tildus for the last month, my time, and show them the dual emplacement that I made out of my bots. This may help.
We've got some cool shit.
That could be
Yeah.
very useful in our tight corridor possible situation we're going to be in.
Yeah.
Especially fighting these dwarves. The magician kind of leans...
It also has armor piercing.
Also leans on the
Oh
table
yeah, no,
and
I
goes,
did want to say that it does count for a magical. Like, you don't have to worry about magical stuff.
So, we're going into this again. Second time around, and Alex hasn't even made it back yet.
As you
Nor,
say that,
other
Hammer
friend.
looks up. Do we have a way to contact them by chance?
I
Pray?
doubt it.
Apparently prayer is the best method. It worked for me somehow, but I called 4 of them down, and 3 of them got sucked into the earth. I don't know if I want to pray again.
I won't do that. I think I make angels and gods uncomfortable. Not in the scary sort of way. I don't know, it's a little weird considering I you know, being me.
If there's any way we can try and reach out and see if we can get them down here, I think now might be the time. And Hammer just kind of sighs, and then he looks out to you all. I can pray if I need to. It wouldn't be the first time.
I could at least give it a shot again. I haven't done it in
Few days.
a few days. That was
Or was that
Oh,
Rudy
yeah,
that
no.
was talking? Or
That was Norm.
Norm.
that was Norm. Yeah, I could give it a shot. I haven't done it in a while. I haven't needed to. I've had another part of me take care of all that. So, y'all continue with the conversation. I'm just gonna sit here, palms closed, and he just like elbows on the table, and just praying, but just like eyes closed.
Well,
Oh, a quick thing that I just realized. It's not really like important, but I did want to say it when Mercenary Crane did get out of Tildus. The town we're next to, you would know about it, Mercenary Crane. You actually were probably part of the force that pushed the cannibals out.
So this town we're coming up on, I've been here a little while. I've been wondering how they've been. It's been quite a few years.
But yeah, all right. But yeah, Hammer is just kind of looking to everybody, just trying to make sure nobody's like, basically like making sure everybody's on board.
All hands, everybody going, hands in.
before
yeah, pretty much
we...
Basically, he's saying like there's a good chance we're not coming back from this if that's not what you're here for. He's like basically pointing at like basically offering the spare vehicles in the hangar to start driving to get to evac.
So he's okay. So just clarify, he's giving us the option to just leave.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
He has
he's telling us
explained the
there's-
mission and how they are essentially the Hab is essentially going to play bait because the dwarves have such a keen interest in it. And the idea is to either disable the creature by yourselves or hold it still long enough to have it be able to be destroyed by the combined forces of the humans and the elves. But you'd have to buy enough time for them to move.
So I will ask that everyone gather around the wizard for a moment. Before we talk about anything else, I have one more thing I need to do, which is my probably peak of my talking points, because I don't really have much to add other than trying to help. Not exactly a planner. I fly by the seat of my pants in most of these situations. Except in one aspect. While we were in Tilda's, I did get time to dig through the old storage rooms, and I found a few things. And this could certainly help us a bit forward as we go along. So, pass around each of you. I have some things. And he just takes out a little bag out of the coat and sets it on the table. So, well, let's just dig in. I have things. He pulls out, this bag kind of expands a bit, and he pulls out a pair of bracers. Says, these are known as the bracers of alacrity. And I didn't write down what those do. Fucking goddamn shit, I typed in the wrong thing.
Gotta love when that happens.
It's been so long since I have brought this up. So, whoever wears these, you are going to be a little bit faster. We'll go 10 feet further above table. But you need to sit. These are magical items. I need to specify to all of you. These are magical in nature. These are beyond the nature of Uramos. So in order for these to work, you have to sit, concentrate, focus on them for an hour. For them to bind to your essence. Might even be best if you do it inside Tilda's, just in case. To make sure that the magic works. And I'll set them on the table. Next, I have a cloak of elven kind. This is particularly useful. Right. I guess I didn't write some of these down just in general. I wrote a couple of them down.
Cloak of elven kind. Perception checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have advantage on dexterity checks made to hide as the cloak's color shifts to camouflage you. Holding the hood up or down requires an action.
So this will make you more hidden easily, and you'll get by a bit easier, as well as these. And he sets a pair of boots on the table. He says these have a similar effect for the one who would like to take it. And, well, something from my personal equipment. And he reaches up and pulls off, it wasn't there and now it is, a sort of circlet, and he pulls it off and he sets it on the table. This is an Arcanist's circlet. It will give you some magical abilities stored within itself. Again, real magic. We're talking about full-on magic, people. These are items to be wielded very carefully.
Well, I'll say that I could add something. Maxon kind of looks over it with everybody else, and he's like, so this is the real deal.
This is the real deal. These are actual magical items that I have had in storage for a while. A few others, but most of those would blow up this planet or kill me or kill you or be misused in some kind of way and aren't worth our time. So the Elvenkind boots, you make no sound regardless of the surface you're moving across. You also have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving silently. So
I don't need to boost. I'm wearing winged boots.
I had a list of people that this was meant for, and I don't remember which was meant for which. I think the boots were for one of the seraphims when I didn't realize that seraphim was going to be split into multiple pieces. Let's see. The bracers of alacrity were meant for, I think, Raziel. Or the circlet. I don't remember. Maybe the circlet.
You said it's the circlet of what?
The circlet, the Arcanist circlet. Yeah, I believe that was for you. Yeah, definitely.
Boots of Elvenkind.
So the bracers of... Oh no, the bracers of alacrity were for Maxon. You give him 10 extra feet of movement, as he likes to melee things. And
No,
needs
it
a
worked. I like that.
little extra distance to get there. The Cloak of Elvenkind. Yeah, it's interesting. It is an interesting thing. As I said, it is from his personal collection. That one is directly off his... he's had this the whole time.
Damn. That's a hell of a circlet, dude.
Yeah, it's
Arcanists or archivists?
Arcanists circlet.
Arcanists. I thought you said archivists. I was like, wait,
No.
what?
I don't even know what that is, but it sounds scary. It essentially gives you these little magic motes you can fire off.
There's an archivist's key.
The boots and the cloak. I genuinely don't remember who those were for. I think. Really can't remember. The boots of the cloak were meant for Stone and Seraphim. But I don't know in which order.
Boots. Which ones? The boots and the cloak?
The boots of Elvenkind and the cloak of Elvenkind. So you guys may break out knives and have a knife fight for which one you want.
I feel like Rudy might need the boot. Could probably take the boots.
Have a knife fight for which one you want.
Actually, after
With the boots
today's
on the
happenings, I feel like the cloak would be quite ideal for Stone.
Yeah.
Actually, that makes sense. The cloak makes sense because you are quite large compared to pretty much everyone here. Even to the largest of us. But he picks up the bag, puts it back in his coat. So, I have just handed over powerful magical items. I feel like I feel like a real wizard now. Am I like a real wizard? Holy shit, it's happening.
Am I like a real wizard?
Am I going to grow a beard in a long blue cloak with stars on it? A pointy hat. Want a pointy hat?
1980s ye old ass wizard.
Max is gonna speak up and he's gonna tell the magician. I know not much of the magical realm, but I do think that it is different for everybody depending on what they go through.
It is a unique energy. And now harnessable in small measures by all of you.
So we just gotta sit inside Tilda's for an hour?
I would say that might be a safe idea. To make sure.
Just hold them in my hands. What do I do with the boots?
Put on.
Put them on.
Put on.
Put them on your feet and do not take them off. You can sleep without them, but just don't.
Don't take them off during the hour.
Just don't take them off for a while.
Rudy has already put the boots on. All right, cool.
And don't be too far
I'll
away
probably
from
end up
them.
sleeping with these on.
That might not be too harmful.
The curator just kind of looks to everyone. I'm going to return to my craft. There are some things, but I will return when I am able to.
Good luck, dwarf. I hope to see your assistance useful for us.
Good luck to
Travel
you.
safe.
You as well. He stops and looks. He takes one last look at Hammer, and Hammer just nods and he says, "Good luck to you." And the curator just says, "And to you as well." And he, in a brief moment, just in a column of light, just beams up and is gone.
Beam me up, Scotty. Sorry, I had to.
That was funny.
All right,
Sorry,
well.
that was hilarious.
No, I immediately think of it too. Like the second I was like, he's gonna travel by getting beamed, and I was like, yeah, it's Star Trek. I'm not even gonna like be subtle.
So, we now have magical items passed around to everybody, and the semblance of a plan. We draw that thing out, hopefully maybe teleport to it, and maybe bring it down, if we can.
Leave this.
Oh.
Up the street, fucker.
That's great.
No, it took me a
Okay,
second to
that's just
realize, and
great.
I saw like the marker going up.
So as you are all
Please tell me
inspecting,
someone really wrote that in a public bathroom.
Probably.
It's on a door. Look at the doorknob.
Yeah.
Look at
It's
the handle.
definitely on a door. That's the great part.
That's the bathroom door.
Cameron just kind of looks to all of you. I will let you all elaborate more on your own specific roles to play. Just let me know if you are going to attempt to teleport onto it, or you would like to attract it to the hab itself. I'm prepared for both options.
I
Well, we
would
might want to do
say
both.
call it
Attract
within
it
range.
to the hab and then jump.
I don't think we want to attract it directly. There is a way we can call it within the range of your cannons. That is what we would want. There is a way that we could make you very difficult to see.
The whole hab?
Maybe. I can't think of anything, but... maybe.
Hammer looks over to you, Serena. How does that shield generator work? Spends light to make a shield, right?
Particles, essentially, yes. Are you thinking of... maybe... that could... that is
Light
beyond
refraction.
my purview, but... She looks at the magician, he goes, I could probably calibrate it to reflect and show that there's nothing there.
If it's a power issue, would we be able to use the new engine for Maxon's ship to power it?
Well,
That's got a lot of power in it.
Ideally, he sits still while using this, so I don't know if the amount of power being used would matter.
That
All
also
he'll be
brings in
is
the question
a very big
of
turret.
What are we going to use to draw them out if the hab is going to hide away?
Vanish.
Have we
I will
had-
say you guys are in a desert, so if you're invisible, you would still be able to see the big pink treads in the ground.
Yeah, there's a depression in the ground, dude. I don't think the
turn it-
invisible thing would work very well.
Like you'll be able to turn
So,
invisible and sit still pretty well, but moving while it's invisible, you would be pretty easy to track. You know what I mean?
So I want to ask, do we want to call it, because it is already...
It's 1 o'clock.
I pretty much gotta go.
Okay, yeah, I was
a
about to
stopping point.
Yeah.
say, yeah, we can stop it if you guys want. I was just gonna hammer out a bit more of the plan, but if we need to stop it there,
It's up to you guys. But I
I
do
leave it to the group.
have to go, but yeah, that's like, if you guys want to stay
Okay.
and do that, you can. It's cool.
I was about to say, I leave it up to the group.
I'm
Seems
here
like
if we
we're-
are. I'm good if we're not. It's
Mainly depends on whether or not Sharp wants to be part of the talk about what we're doing. If he
Well,
wants to be
essentially all
included in
I was
it
gonna
and
ask
not
is,
let him
like-
know, then or not let him know till next week or whatever.
the only
Yeah,
thing. The only
I was
thing
gonna
we
say.
have to figure out is like how we're gonna attract it. That's about it.
And I will say, I will pull back to earlier. Hammer did say he may have deciphered a like a call sign to send
Give
a
'em-
message to the dwarves.
Could give them
Draw 'em in.
false coordinates. Draw them to the area.
Yeah, exactly. So you do have a way to draw them in. It would just be, where would the message be coming from? Because they would be able to track like where the message was sent, even if you did send like coordinates. So you will probably need something physical to send off the message, whether it be from like the hab, from a separate vehicle.
Use one of the fucking trucks.
Well, we could probably have Maxon just airdrop in a box that we have to hit a button and it'll send out from there. Just have him fly over the spot, drop it, and fly back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you guys want to rig something or have some,
That way
have a
nobody's
group drive out in a vehicle, yeah, it's whatever
there
you guys want to
when
do.
it happens.
Good
We're
work.
just trying to draw it.
Yeah.
That's also a pretty good idea.
Hell yeah! All right.
I would have probably immediately started tinkering with something to try and figure out a way to get that to work then.
Then yeah, we can pick up tomorrow then. Unless there's anything else that you guys feel need to be said.
I think that's
That's pretty much good.
fine. Yeah.
Good with me.
Okay. Then yeah, we will pick up next week for the final session.
Oh yes.
Sweet.
Here we go into the abyss.
Into the thick of it. Guys, next time. Peace. Have a good night.
Night.
See you next time.
Night.
Into the thick of it. Yum. That circlet basically gives me one fucking extra spell slot for first, second, and third level.
Yeah, it's a really good circlet. It's pretty useful.
I'm sharing my screen.
Giving
instant I use
Rudy
the spell.
boots that give him advantage on stealth, advantage on fucking what's his stealth? Something fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Plus 13.
Hell yeah.
Rudy's gone. Rudy's just gone.
Yeah. And if anyone's questioning, I did clear this with him. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's been
I
fucking
figured you
months
did.
now.
I've
figured
been
you
waiting
did
for
clear
this
that.
part.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for
this
the
is
part where you
exactly
guys
the
get boss
moment
weapons.
I pictured in my head as like we're gonna be standing around a table and he's just gonna be like, gather round to the wizard as I hand out magical items. Take your items, wield them carefully, adventurers.
Magic Santa Claus has gifts from his bag.
You see,
what I
my
should've
pointy
done?
hat is the pointy hat of carefulness, and you should use it.
I should
And
have
chastity.
I should have asked him. I need potions.
My potions are too powerful for you, traveler. My potions would kill a dragon, let alone an adventurer like you.
Fine then, potion seller. Keep your potions.
Okay.
Ain't gonna lie, I thought Sharp was